Guys, my show Roleplay is doing 2 nights in the Lyric Theatre on the 10th and 11th of May. There are a couple of tickets remaining for both nights, so if you want to get them before they sell out, follow the link in the description of the podcast and come and enjoy me doing my favourite stand-up show to date. I don't know why I'm scratching my nose. Sounds like I'm lying. It's my favourite show to date, and it's the only time that I'm doing it in Belfast. So be quick, get on it, and don't regret life. Guys, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, I am performing a wee special last night in the Strand Arts Centre before it closes for refurbishment. It's going to be a night of fun-filled festivities. It's the last Strand. I'm recording it for somewhat of a little special that I'll put out later in the year. And if you want to be part of that, it's a bring your own event. It's 20 quid. Tickets are going to go like clockwork dust. I don't know. They're going to sell out, is what I'm saying. So if you want to be part of that, it's going to be a great night. It's all going to be filmed. It's all going to be released as a bit of a special. It'll be some of my greatest material, which will be a lot of like stuff that's not been seen in a long time, plus a wee bit of new stuff just added in there as well. I've got guests on the night: Aaron Butler, Darren Matthews and Johnny Bowe. It's going to be an unmissable night of fun and festivities to bow out of the glorious Strand Arts Centre before it is changed forever. So get your tickets via the description of the podcast. The Sly Guy podcast is on Patreon, so if you want any bonus content, there's 197 episodes of the Extra Sly Guy podcast, which comes out every Monday. We've got early release access to the regular Sly Guy podcast, an ad-free version of the podcast, vlogs, special episodes of previous series as we did, and plenty more, all available at www.patreon.com/Sly Guy podcast, or if you're lazy, follow the link in the description of the podcast. The Sly Guy podcast is always brought to you in association with Modest Beer. Modest Beer is a beer that's delicious. I know it's modest, but it's also amazing. So if you want to taste the modest flavour and not be modest about it at all, you can head to their website, www.modestbeer.co.uk, and you can scoop up some delicious Modest Beer or some Modest merch. And if you think to yourself, that's fucking brilliant, Dave, thanks for sharing that with me, don't worry, I've also got a discount code to make it even sweeter. That's SLYPA15 at checkouts. SLYPA 15 at checkouts, get 15% off. Do it now. Do it now.
I'm the Sly Guy.
Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Sly Guy podcast. It's leading into Wrestlemania week, which is exciting for everybody who's a nerd into wrestling like me. So who else better to get on the podcast than my friend and fellow nerd, William Thompson. We're on chatting about the show that we're doing this weekend on the 6th of April. A question of sports entertainment. It's easy for me to remember. That'll be a lot of fun. There's still a couple of tickets available for that. It's only a $5, so jump on to wherever you get your tickets in the Black Box website and come along and get your WrestleMania started off the right way. But this episode's a bit longer than usual. We ended up just talking shit, genuinely, for nearly 2 hours. So it was silliness at the start of the podcast. We were talking conspiracy, P. Diddy. And yes is the answer, he absolutely did. We were chatting about R. Kelly, other people, other dodgy people. Why is it whenever you become so famous, you seemingly have to become evil? Who knows? We looked at that. Then, of course, obviously, after an hour of silliness and stupidity, we ended up talking about prison reform. I don't know why we ended up doing that, why we ended up talking about the political situation in the country. Who knows? But that's what this podcast is about, silliness. Sometimes we gauge slightly off topic and end up talking about silly random things. But you know what? That's what it is. It's the Sly Guy podcast. It's different than other podcasts. It's less structured. It's more natural. And you know what? The people are enjoying it. And here we go. We're the fun alternative to other tried, tested, and maybe slightly boring podcasts out there. So if you want to check out something a bit different, tell a friend. Share the podcast when you listen to it. Stick a wee screen grab up in your Instagram stories. Take a wee photograph of what you listen to it in the radio, stick it up, share it. I'll share it all out there. We'll spread the word of the Sly Guy podcast. Also, there's some very exciting news coming soon about the podcast. All I'm saying is the look of the podcast generally is going to change a wee bit, and we've some very sexy merch on the cards. So if you want to be part of that and you want to get some early access to the merch, head on over to the Patreon. That should be with you in the next couple of weeks. For little as £2 a month, you can support the podcast and we can help it grow. Are we secret? And again, if you enjoy the podcast, wherever you listen, may it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, wherever you get it, YouTube even, give a wee subscribe, give a wee like, give a wee rate, give a wee review. It always helps the podcast to move forward in the right direction. Helps us get guests, helps us do more bonus podcast content on Patreon, and just helps the whole thing move. So this week's episode, the WrestleMania week, was with my friend and yours, William Thompson. Enjoy. Willie, welcome to Sly Guy Podcast on this the week leading up to WrestleMania.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
It's the best. This is my Christmas.
Yeah, and you're dressed like the man dem today, which I respect.
Yeah, I'm trying out new looks, man. I'm a rougher boy now.
What, and just off the bat, I know people, you have a brand and a look. You the since it's WrestleMania week, people would say you had the old sort of school man who shall no longer be mentioned in the public arena name sort of Buffon for a while, which is pretty sweet. The good head of hair
Buffon?
on you.
Great goalkeeper as
Jean
well.
Luigi, yeah. But what about, why is the hair covered? What's going on? Are you trying a new style? Are you just...
I just didn't have time to do it.
That actually looks kind of like, those... There's FBs, F-boys, is that what they're called?
An F-boy?
Yeah, an F-boy. You've got that sort of like permed front down.
I'm a mother-flipping F-boy.
Yeah, an F-boy. Fair play to you.
No, I don't know. I've been feeling more pissed off recently, so I'll dress like it.
Yeah.
I'm turning heel
Angry?
slightly.
Yeah, you're definitely more like Bloodline style.
I'm a tweener at the minute, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And what's making you angry just off the bat?
Do you know what it is? I've always been an angry boy, and you know that.
Yeah.
But I feel I internalise it and don't
Is it
let it
anything
out.
to do with the immigration policy going on in the UK at the minute?
There's not enough of them in. There's
Yeah.
too many white
You know
people
what?
in the
I
UK.
think what they need to do, as it's WrestleMania week, is just approach immigration like
for
a Royal Rumble.
all.
There you go. That's all, man.
All.
He's just everything,
And
man.
Allah. It's
All in Allah. That's a good way to
what
tie
this
it all together.
A for Allah.
Everyone for Allah. For a long time, I genuinely thought it was Alan. They were saying those guys that were worshiping.
Praise be to
Allah.
Alan.
Yeah, and I was like, what's Alan all about? And then very quickly learned, don't make jokes about that guy ever, or certainly don't draw pictures of him. Which is
that's Muhammad. Allah, you can draw whatever you want.
sweet. I'm just straight up Alan, just Alan Irwin, our
Alan.
boy Alan Irwin. Yeah,
Or what's the name used to do Match of the Day?
Alan Hansen.
Alan Hansen.
Oh, where'd I pull that? Superb
Praise be to
Alan.
Alan.
Where'd I pull that Alan Hansen impression from? That was decent.
That's very good.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, that was not bad. I'm not doing any more now. I'm not going to ruin it.
Can you do Mika Richards?
You could. Yeah. See, just you know from people's tone of voice.
Yeah.
I knew you could do a big mix.
I can do mix.
For sure.
Anyone who's loud and excitable,
Yeah.
I can do. I can also do most people who have a gruff voice.
Cool. Who would have a gruff voice?
I can do a great Stone Cold. You know I can do a
Yeah,
great
you
Stone
can
Cold.
do. Listen, it's WrestleMania week. Do it.
Yeah. Oh shit, son! I'm gonna talk like this the rest of the podcast.
You sound like Stone Cold is coming sort of back from an operation. He's just coming back out
A
of.
little bit rowdy.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had to put old Stone Cold
Who-
under.
you
had
sound
to
like-
get my spleen taken out.
You sound like you're turning into another character. I can't put my finger on it. Might be. It sounds like maybe it's that guy out of Family Guy, the pervert dude.
Oh, Bruce.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're like
no.
a Gross Kim. Yeah.
Oh, no.
What's his character called?
Bruce.
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 Bruce. I bet you know who I bet you could do that nobody will get. Another man who's cancelled, John Laurinaitis. I bet you could give a big Johnny Ace.
Oh, can
A
I-
for Ace. Yeah.
What does he say?
Something about
Sorry, John.
Something about getting tagged into a spit roast and pissing on someone. I
You
say.
know,
Yeah.
I never wanted to have sex with that lady. Vince made me.
Johnny Ace. Do it.
How about you go twosies on this bitch with me?
And then Vince is like this to him. He goes, "You fired." And it's like, "Ah."
He's like, oh, Vince, that's great.
Oh no.
Johnny is, to do Johnny is, you sound like you're at the bottom of a cave.
Yeah.
And you're being like, Johnny, all right? And he's like, I'm fine. That's how
But yeah,
that's
both
how Johnny
ankles
is.
are broken.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
It's okay.
You know what?
I've ever done my Stone Cold impression of him reacting to any news you give him.
No, go ahead.
No, you have to give me news.
Oh, do you apparently see there was this video of a boat driving into a bridge in America, and loads of cars and all just fell into the sea?
No, that's hilarious. What?
That's Stone Cold Steve Austin's reaction.
Oh, fuck! Sorry, I thought you were ignoring
It's like, whoa, the voice is just the character.
I thought you were ignoring it and just going, we're not doing that bit, segue on.
That was the softest. I was just giving you such acting there. I was so into the bit that you went so Stone Cold. You're like, no, I didn't. What? It's like Winnie the Pooh.
Beg your pardon, no way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll try that again, sorry.
Yeah,
Take
sorry.
two.
Oh, did you see that story where a boat crashed into the bridge and all the cars just fell into the sea?
What?
Yeah, it looked pretty bad.
There's also I could do like Stone Cold. Someone's like, your wife's not gonna make it.
Hold on, Steve. Should we? We'll do a texting.
Yeah.
Steve, your wife's not well. She's not gonna make it, Steve.
What?
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm turning into the Undertaker.
I have to take her, Steve.
What happened to your brother? I killed him.
Ever seen that where he has Paul Bearer for some reason's in a case of cement?
Oh,
the Undertaker stops it and he's like, "You showed me I have a weakness, and I can have no weakness." Murders him.
Oh no!
Please, Undertaker.
Oh, I can do a really good impression of the Undertaker getting an absolute killer blow away.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Do you reckon he's done that in real life?
Yeah, who do you think has put the costume on and red in it?
In their gimmick?
Yeah.
I mean, Kane's definitely done it.
Kane's definitely kept the mask on.
You know what would be unbelievable? If he managed to, like, he's fully ready to go. He's got the mask on.
I think he kept the lifts on.
Oh, yes. He had to get extra height, so the women are just standing up. But he's somehow come back. He's got the gloves, the mask, no top, but he's got a pair of, like, you know, like grey sweatpants on him, no pants.
Yeah.
And he's got a root, so whenever... This is far too fucking intricate. Whenever they debag him, it flops up and he goes... Yeah. Do you reckon any of them have sang there? Oh, Roman Reigns has for sure got entirely naked
before
and stood and just gone, "Acknowledge me."
I think before like, his wife's like, "Can you just finger me a bit?" He's like,
oh, no.
Jumps into it.
Imagine you're just expecting like a little bit of foreplay and you see your fella.
He has the gauntlet on.
That's the worst.
Ooh!
Can I ask, is it any wonder he didn't get over when he was doing that?
I thought
it's not a shotgun.
That's cool.
Ah, come on.
See, if you're about to fight someone on the street, you're like, all right, I'm having drinks at the bar, you spill them all over my girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, we have issues, you go out in the street. He's over there going... I'm like, he might have a good hook on him.
He'd be like, what would be the ultimate mug would be to throw a flare into them, go... And then just from the eye.
That's how I fight. You know when he just walks up and just grabs their bollocks?
Yeah. I saw someone. Do you ever see the fight that was going on social media? It's like outside a bar, these guys doing it, and some guy went up behind the dude and just stuck his finger up his hole. And the guy was like, that would be so disarming.
I remember there was a fight in our common room in school.
Oh no.
We were all sitting around it like it was literally like a big tribal circle. And we was like, right, you two have been arguing for ages. Fucking scrap it out and we'll watch. So the two of them, we videoed it on, they're fighting, we'll watch the video back later. And all we could hear in the background is one of our friends. So you could hear everyone being like, "Kick his fucking, go ahead, fucking rinse him, he's making a mug out of you." And you can just hear several times someone go, "Touch his dick." touch his dick, let me see. Touch. As others were like playing it back and be like, "Are you hearing that?"
And then the guy's like, "Well, I didn't think that had been heard in the melee." Oops. You know,
he was like, "I just thought it'd be funny." We were like, "You're a weirdo. It's like you've made this wholesome thing, you've ruined it."
It's like Mark Henry's entrance music.
Somebody go get the ass licked.
So,
somebody go and get the
beat him off, suck his dick. It's Austin singing it. Beat him off, suck his dick.
Beat him off, suck his dick.
Oh, no.
Suck it. Suck it.
That does not in tune. Suck his dick. I don't know.
It's just Stone Cold going into it.
Suck his dick. Could you do Triple H? It's always hard to do.
I can do a face. I can do good guy Triple H.
Okay, do good guy Triple H.
Do you know he's trying to be funny? He's like, "Well, Dave, and it looks like you're smuggling bananas in those shorts."
Okay, that's the X Triple H.
Yep. Annoying Triple H, but he's trying to. Yeah. He's not funny when he tries to be funny.
No.
Can you do?
What am I doing, Triple H?
Yeah, angry Triple H. Like, it's like he's just trying out he has a match he wasn't prepared for tonight.
When I get that sick, no, I can't. When I get that twisted, no, I can do sort of Triple H when he's scared, when he's about to get dropped off a crane in the car.
Austin, no, you don't do something you're gonna regret.
Don't do it, Austin. No,
holy shit. And then comes back 2 weeks and like with like a plaster on his face.
But I mean, there's no better comeback than when Vince got exploded in his limo and came straight back.
And they came back and went, "Today was meant to be the demise of my character, Mr. McMahon.
Yeah.
But Chris Benoit and his family are dead."
Shit. Have you heard about that?
Chris, what?
Yeah. Chris Benoit killed his wife and kid.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
When?
Like a few years ago.
No.
Apparently, they've just been using AI to replace him in WWE for like the last 10 years.
No. Don't
No, but what
believe
I
that.
didn't know, right? I listened to a true crime podcast. Shout out to Red Handed, which, by the way, could either be a podcast about true crime or
Paramilitaries.
just about the loyalism
I
in
would
Northern
listen.
Ireland. The
I'd
Red
listen to
Handed.
that.
Yeah. Be a lot of fun.
There's no comprehensive history of the paramilitaries, and I'd like to hear that.
Listen, this is the thing. It took, wasn't it Noel or whatever he was called, to go up to like the top of Mount Gethsemane with a couple of stones to scribe down what started to become the Ten Commandments and led into being the Bible, wasn't it?
Oh, you're talking about Bible stuff? I
Yeah.
thought this was
So what
something
I'm-
someone in the UVF did.
That's how it all
I'm
started.
so lost.
Yeah, he marched himself right down to where the boing took place, and he brought a Kindle, and he just started writing the story, the history of loyalists.
Just in chalk.
Yeah, just like, that would be such a loyalist thing to do. Have a Kindle in the fucking room with chalk. Oh, bollocks. But that it all needs to start somewhere. So you could that. I mean, I could guarantee if you went to some. You could get, not that you should do this at all by any stretch. I'm sure there's plenty for you to do with your time, but you could write in a complete written history of loyalism if you went to like, you go to like the Orange Order and all, and go to the Apprentice Boys meeting. Can we speak to some of your crew and do a complete history of loyalism? And there you go, Loyalist Bible. I don't know what was I saying here before. Yes, Chris Benoit's listening to Red Handed, right?
Yeah.
And do you know what he did to kill everybody? Like what the sort of...
He strangled his son. And
No, I think he killed his wife first.
yes, he put a pillow over her head, I believe.
Yeah, so he killed her first, and then I think afterwards he was a wee bit like, oh no, shouldn't have probably done that.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, there's no way I can kind of get around this now other than killing her. Now, what he could have done is just gone to prison and let his, other son raise his Daniel.
Yeah, raise his Daniel.
But he killed him. Raise my Daniel.
Raise him well.
Oh, that'd be such a bad storyline. Triple H brings up for it. Raise him. But he, or the Undertaker. Raise him.
Daniel.
But that was sounding like Mr. Fuji. But
I can't, because Mr. Fuji would just always be like,
yeah, Mr. Fuji was great. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I liked when Hulk Hogan beat Yokozuna after Bret Hart lost to him.
What?
I was a wee boy when I watched that. I was a wee
What?
boy. And see, when you're a wee boy, that's good. Because Yokozuna, I'm not afraid to say it here, Yokozuna was one big bastard. I didn't like him growing up. He was one big agile, but a big bastard.
fun story about Yokozuna, he put that much weight on that even though his entire thing was he's a big boy,
Yeah.
the WWE were like, you are too dangerous, like you're too
Yeah.
heavy, you can't work safely.
Yeah.
So they sent him to fat camp. I'm pretty sure he came back like 100 pounds heavier.
Oh, he
Because
totally...
he was breaking out and like they'd find him in a McDonald's like two miles down the street.
He completed fat camp, like but he died quite young. Like I think he was maybe like
34,
yeah, like
36.
that's mad. Like I'm older than Yokozuna.
A lot of those Samoans guys die young. Jamal, Rose.
Yeah, Roman Reigns' brother on that. Yeah.
Yep, he died young. There's only like
And Jamal Umaga probably known better as.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
He
yeah.
was. Oh, speaking of, just before we segue off, we'll get back to Benoit. But speaking of Yokozuna, the banzai drop, killer move.
Yeah,
Rikishi, he's doing all right to still be kicking about.
yeah.
His infamous signature move is now being reused again in WWE, and I'm keen to see it. The stink face.
Yeah, by Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
And everyone's been like, give me it.
Yeah. Who was it? Shayna Baszler was like,
Shayna Baszler was
give
like,
me
"Ah."
stink face.
Because she wears
Yeah.
wears the gum shape, makes her look like she's no teeth.
Yeah.
She's in there and slap it on me. Go ahead. And then fucking Nia Jax got her.
But I mean, you know
fucking
what?
dump
I
truck
I
on
take a stink face from Nia Jax like I would.
Would you?
Oh, why?
Nah,
Yeah.
you're not getting that smell out for days, man.
But apparently,
That's deep in, and that's attaching to the nose hairs. Like,
apparently people enjoyed getting the stink face from Rikishi because he had a really sweet smelling bum. Apparently he washed his bum and smelled like talc. So
he
they're
did
like,
talc.
yeah, loads of talc in that big.
there were people apparently. He did say this in an interview. If he didn't like you, he wouldn't wipe properly.
That'd be stinking.
So he just have a big fucking
Sweaty
big smelly shitter,
Oh,
just going right up and down your face.
because that's the thing. Like no one really gets in there, but if you wanted to go in there, it's like Narnia. You're not coming back.
Yeah.
You can fully live in Rikishi's ass. Like
Yeah.
it was a booty.
Also, what Yokozuna, no way he used to do the banzai drop,
Yeah.
and he'd hold on to the ropes. It would catch your weight. If he didn't like you,
Yeah.
He wouldn't use the ropes.
I actually saw a video of this recently. It didn't look good. Was it like a jobber or something he didn't like?
He annoyed him, so he just just went.
But
here's 40 stone on your chest.
Do you know where he lands? Like, you land on your feet and then bum. He just legs out and was like, oh no. I watched it go, his chest caved in.
Same as who was the world's largest love machine?
Viscera.
What was he before?
Big Daddy V. Mabel.
Yeah. So he injured so many people because he would just kick his legs out and land on you. I think he injured Kevin Nash, Undertaker, and somewhat like maybe Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
3, if you're going to injure 3 people.
Yeah.
Not those.
Did he cave the Undertaker's face in? Was that him and made him with a leg drop? Had to move
he had to be Phantom of the Opera mask.
Yeah. That was
Undertaker's the Phantom of the Opera.
I know.
I wish Butler was here. I don't know any songs.
No, me neither. I just know that he's like a freak that should have been in like some sort of care home or something. Instead, he's lived in the opera house. Like,
I thought he was a ghost.
I don't know.
I
thought he was like. I mean, maybe I'm confusing him and Quasimodo, but I know.
I need to bring Butler. I don't know enough about Phantom of the Opera to do.
Yeah, but I always was. I remember I read do you remember? Is Goosebumps the thing that you had whenever you were a kid?
R.L. Stein, R.I.P.
Yeah, is he dead?
Don't think so.
No, we'll respect him anyway when he does die. But I thought that was maybe a my era thing, and it sort of passed out.
No, there's crossover between mine and your era.
Okay. Because
I was a young, I read books
nice
above my age.
But then I moved on from, I don't know what was the one up from Goosebumps, was like a bit more mature for sort of young teens.
Do you remember the TV show of Goosebumps?
No, but I remember the movie. I watched. No, Are You Afraid of the Dark was my kind of
yes, I've seen that.
It was a scary intro.
Yeah.
And a few of the times, I was afraid of it.
What was your favourite Goosebumps?
My favourite Goosebumps, I think it was the Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. It was a pretty weird one because Pasadena's roasting. And like, why the fuck's there's a snowman here? There he is.
You can tell some of the books are brilliant. Some you're like, you were hitting deadlines with this one.
Yeah, like the Abominable Snowman of Pasadena.
Yeah. My favourite one was Say Cheese and Die.
Oh, Say Cheese and Die was good. Wasn't that about the haunted camera?
When you put it like that, it sounds so shit.
Yeah.
It was, they would take a photo and the photo would show something horrible happening to you.
Yeah.
So he'd take a photo of you and like, you're fucking...
P. Diddy's behind you. You're like, oh no.
You would be right up P. Diddy's street.
Me?
Yeah, see if I go down to the lyric and P. Diddy's there. You did great, Daddy.
Yeah.
You did so good, Daddy.
What? See, I thought he liked like sexy, young, slender black men.
Meek Mill's not that.
No, is he a chunk, is he?
Meek Mill's a beefy boy.
But Usher?
Here's the thing. I think he just liked rape. I think that's what he really...
I mean, that's a bad Tinder bio, isn't it? You're not getting many swipes.
What are you looking for? Long term, short term.
Yeah.
Struggle.
For a start, your name's Diddy. You're like, oh, he used to be known as other names. He's a bad one.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him on that fucking, are you we dating the same guy? It's just Diddy. And he's like, oh, when I met him, he was called Sean.
Yeah, now he's Love.
Now he's called, is that what
He's changed his name to Love. Call me Love.
Oh, speaking of
here, Love.
Love.
He couldn't be from Love.
Yeah. Love, come here. He's the wee fella that works in B&M and any grannies.
Love, what you do to my wee lad?
Here, love, can you get me down a packet of skinny whips, please? Love, I can't reach
Love
it.
and Meek.
Love, oh.
You call around the pig Meeks, Love's gonna be there.
I know. And a wee Usher's gonna be there too. Usher, Meek and Love.
I love the internet reaction to P. Diddy. Essentially, allegedly human trafficking, extortion.
Now, call me old school. I don't know exactly why everybody's getting called human traffickers now. Andrew Tate's a human trafficker.
I think it may be, right? And this is out there because they're human trafficking.
What constitutes human trafficking? No, so what's Diddy doing now? Did he do it or did he not? Hey, but what is...
I think Diddy did it.
Diddy did it, yeah. I think Paul. Or no, not Paul. It's not Paul Daddy.
Paul Daddy?
But Paul Daniels.
That's a guy. That's what you call your stepdad.
Paul Daddy, yeah.
Daddy Paul.
Imagine that. I'm not calling you Daddy, but I'll call you by your first name and then Daddy.
I know so many people like that. Daddy Ian.
Oh, Daddy Ian. Oh, that sounds even worse. Daddy Ian sounds like he bucks you. Maybe he does.
I mean, if it's P. Diddy, absolutely.
Oh yeah, P. Diddy.
So, as I understand it, it's like they're getting these women in under false pretenses.
Oh, so they're women? That's boring. I thought
men.
Dudes.
And men.
Okay.
And essentially sexually assaulting them. Also, so if me and you...
Did R. Kelly do it too?
I'd say...
Fuck, there's another character could
he
be
did, yeah.
involved. Love, where's R. Kelly?
This is also what Vince is getting done. This is also what Vince is getting done for. If I go to you,
right,
Dave, I'd love you to be on Mudblood, right?
Yes.
and you go, not sure, and you go, here's a wee sweet thing I'm talking to. You can buck her if you do the podcast.
Okay. Patty.
Yeah. yeah. Get a wee go on Patty if you do the podcast. I think that falls within the remits of human trafficking, because you're like using people as currency. I don't know.
Right, okay.
This is how I understood
to
the
me,
thing.
call me old school, I thought human trafficking was where you bring people in and you force them to sex with people, and then...
But it is that.
Right, okay. Ah, yes, okay.
Do you know what I mean? You're still trading people as currency.
Yeah.
So, but this is like the P. Diddy stuff's so freaky.
Yeah.
Do you ever see like interviews with rappers and they're like, "Will this guy kill you? He says he's a gangster," and they're all like, "He's a fruit," and they're like, "Who is the bad guy?" And they're always like, "It's P. Diddy."
Yeah.
Like 50 Cent's like, I don't fuck with him. Like you may think he's soft. Yeah. He's the fucking most evil bastard.
Yeah, he's the quite opposite.
Yeah.
So do you reckon then Diddy had a hand in killing Tupac and Biggie?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he had Biggie killed. Kind of think he had Pac. I think Suge had Pac killed.
Now there's a guy after my own heart.
Suge Knight?
Yeah.
That's a role model for you?
He looks like I look like the white Suge Knight. If there was a white Suge Knight needed anything.
I used to love how, like, whenever someone was, like, having a contract dispute with Suge Knight, he'd just hit them with the Paddington stare.
Yeah.
Which is when people forget their manners. Ed Lucy says you hit them with a hard stare. And he just fucking...
But he is a scary big bastard.
Aye, who, Paddington?
Is Suge Knight Paddington?
Paddington?
I mean,
Paddington running death row?
How scary would that be if you just did
That's
Paddington
why
things?
I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
But imagine that the boss of a company walks in and he's just wearing a duffel coat and a hat and the cock's out and all.
Starts doing lines of marmalade.
He just starts eating marmalade sandwiches. You'd be like, I'm fucked here. I don't know what this guy's all about.
He starts telling you about his Aunt Lucy.
Yeah, it's like, it's a problem. You'd be shitting yourself. You're going to go see the big boss now, player.
And he's just sitting on a wee ring.
Yeah.
It appears you were very rude to our members of staff.
And then he hangs over the balcony.
Who did you do that to? Vanilla Ice Ice Baby?
I think so, yeah. But did you see the video of him where he may or may not be in prison right now, where he just hit somebody with his car, his SUV, just whoosh, straight through them?
I'm pretty sure that's why he went to jail.
Yeah.
Ever hear the story of him showing up to an Eminem video shoot?
No, but I'm sure it's great.
It was around 2002. So just after Dre, like a little bit after Dre had left Death Row, made Aftermath, Eminem's Dre's first big signing, Eminem's blown up. Suge shows up to like
the picnic basket.
He wants some of that marmalade, if you will.
I mean, if that
Dre's got a lot of marmalade, Death Row's they're not making as much.
That should be the lingo. That would be so funny.
Yeah.
You got that marmalade from me? Daddy's hungry. Oh, but Daddy's got some Nutella, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, in the end of his dick. Yeah. But, so he shows up to the shoot. He's like intimidating. He's hitting the hard start. He's like just intimidating the staff.
Oh,
someone goes into Eminem and he's like, "Don't freak out. Yeah. Don't get scared." But Suge Knight's there. Apparently Eminem sticks the bulletproof vest on, just fucking runs out.
Like away from him?
No, to him. And he's like, "You got a fucking problem? Let's fucking go." And Suge's like freaked out and leaves.
Suge Knight?
Yeah.
Oh, he should have shot him. That'd have been
Fruit Knight.
That'd have been such a mug off. Eminem be like,
"Fuck away off Fruit Knight." Yeah.
But Eminem, he sounds a wee bit like a mixture of Pee Wee Herman and the guy from Police Academy, I think now.
Which is it?
Him. You know, he sometimes with Eminem raps. He's a
That's a little. Who's that? Taz.
Taz, yeah, he's a wee touch of Taz about him.
Got a touch of that Taz.
But you know what? I obviously Eminem. I know you're a big fan of his, and I know we all have been at some time in lives.
Not recently.
But can I just say, as somebody who like life has had an effect on me, my hair's fallen out. I've embraced the new style. I'm all about the bald life now. It's good. Why is Eminem running about like David Guest? He's fooling nobody. Like, just bleach the hair again, shave the beard.
He did bleach hair again, everyone. What are you doing?
Yeah, but I mean, the black...
I like him better with that.
But it's weird looking. Like, I can't take his rap seriously because he looks like David Guest.
Yeah. Do you know he'd actually... Remember he had the overdose and went away for a bit? Apparently, he'd forgotten how to talk. He had to learn how to talk again. So he had to learn how to rap again. Which is why I think Do you know now it's not as cool? Like, he's not as...
Because he looks like David Guest.
He sounds like someone who's learnt a lot about how to rap, but there's no feel in it, David.
Yeah.
And that's why he's like, I'm a legal criminal coming in slowly. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
You know, all those things rhyme, but what the fuck are you talking about?
But what are you? Obviously, you're still into rap now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? How can you say to an old school rap fan like me that the current guys are great?
It depends who you're looking at. I don't think I'm ever going to convince you.
Nah.
I couldn't go straight, here's some Young Thug, and you'll like it. There's a few stepping stone artists you'd need to go, okay, they're a little bit of old school, a little bit of new school, and build up to it.
The last sort of newish rapper I thought was decent was Kid Ink. I thought he's alright.
Fuck off.
I like him.
He was awful.
Yeah, I liked him.
Kid Ink.
Yeah.
That's who you're
I like
champion in new school.
Yeah.
Kid Ink.
Better than the ones that all sound like they're hey, wait, hey,
Nah, if I were to recommend some new ones to you, right, I would go J. Cole. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. I like Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I like Kendrick Lamar.
Flatbush Zombies. Little out there. Little psychedelic.
I would assume they are they like Outkast? Because I really liked Outkast. But they were a wee bit different back in the day. Yeah.
Similar vein of like, this isn't gangster rap. It's not all about that, but it's beats and bars is what they have.
Yeah.
Flatbush Zombies, I would check that. You would like them. Check out This Is It by Flatbush Zombies.
Okay.
Or if it's a sunny day, treat yourself to some palm trees.
Dave East, I liked him too.
Who's Dave East?
Dave East.
See, if you told me he was in like 5, I'd believe you.
No, Dave East was alright. I listened to him for a bit.
Dave?
Yeah.
The rapper?
Yeah, he's English though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like English rap?
I just don't know about drill so much. It's a wee bit.
I'm not a drill guy.
Yeah.
I'm a grime guy.
Yeah. No, I like a bit of grime. Obviously, shout out to the old school guys in there, the flipping the skeptics of the world.
Transvestites, men them in disguise.
No, when I heard that, I laughed.
Transvestites, more than meets the eye. What I think that song's about is Jamie's getting mugged off by a transvestite or a trans woman in Amsterdam. I think he's been mugged off.
But you can't. That phrase is defunct now, isn't it? Transvestite, or there's still some transvestites kicking about.
I used to always mix it up with Transylvania. It used to be like Dracula lives in Transvestite.
Yeah, well, they are someone who have reassigned their gender, but they're from Romania.
Yeah.
They're basically, that's the exact sort of people that Andrew Tate would enjoy to work with.
I just thought Dracula was the king of the transvestites.
Dracula,
I mixed it up.
He's just doing the mangina. Diddy's a wee bit like a vampire, isn't he? Sucking and
he's sucking the life out of people, like, yeah. Have you see the whole thing with him last night?
With Diddy?
Yeah.
No, but I did see McKegney shared something that made me laugh out loud today about like Diddy's kids are flushing the dildos down the toilets like they're drugs.
So, what happened was the FBI raided his home. He wasn't there. His kids were.
Yeah.
But then flight records have shown his plane left just before that, and he's fled to like a Caribbean island.
Oh no!
But he's literally just went, the kids can stay. I'm fucking out of here.
Ah, dear.
So he's on the run now. Diddy's on the run.
Diddy's on the run. I mean, Diddy's on the run sounds like something you get in Television X back in the day. Johnny Marino bent over.
Wally Bangkok. Diddy's on the run. I still love their shit. Music they would play over it.
But it was always that. It was all, you know what it is that? Like, it's back to wrestling, like the TNA or the TNA song, you know, Test and Albert. Their theme song was like their song is like, I'm gonna play it now. Their song is fully the music you would get in Television X. Let me see, Test and Albert.
There's another guy passed away, young Test, R.I.P.
He was great.
I follow a Twitter page that's called Is Test Still Dead?
Listen to this. Lloyd Babcock, Johnny Marino,
Trish Stratus,
bend over,
Albert,
Diddy's on the run. Whoa. You don't fill your ass with that, you dirty bastard. Whoa. And then it starts again. Featuring Diddy's kid. Not too far. Oh no, it won't stop.
That's like you're watching Babe Station, your mom's walked in, you're trying to get the remote.
Oh dear.
She just catches, she walks in, it's just like, spank that. Fuck. This episode of Nelly's intense.
I had a mate who, back in the day, like, again, this might sound mental to some people who live in the current world, but back in the day, you used to have a home computer. You know, you used to have the full fucking works on a stand. You had the fucking the modem, I don't know, the monitor all together, full works.
Yeah.
So he was I think pulling the wire of himself is the best way to put it. And whatever way he walked into his room, his computer was right there. So he said he was on the thing, on his chair, trousers down, having a wank. His mum walked in. He was like, oh fuck. Went to pull the trousers off, turned the monitor off, and he's like, I'm getting changed. But he just turned the screen off, but not the volume. I was just, and he's like, oh no.
I also had a friend that was also had a friend.
A friend
who was watching porn with his Bluetooth headphones.
Oh no!
Right,
Where's
but
it going?
just outside the house, what had happened is he'd been in his granny's car and he'd been playing music. So when his nanny went out with his brother to turn for a drive, the music stopped playing.
Yeah. Oh no! Started going through
his granny's car.
Did she know what that was?
They didn't know what they were like. What the fuck's going on? It was a good 30 seconds of you could just hear the car inside the house being like,
This is very quiet. Let me just turn this up. Oh, up. It's up. Oh no, it's
what's Frank Mitchell at today? What is it? You 105s and 10.
Hugo Duncan.
Someone's really happy they won the cash call today.
Oh wow.
When someone won the cash call, just start getting fucked down there.
Imagine you're getting bucked during that's believable. Like you'd pick up if you think you're getting the cash call. You could be getting bummed. You could be getting bummed by Diddy and be like, listen, Sean, give us a second here.
Hang on, love.
2,045 quid. Zaddy. Have you heard that term? I love it.
What, Zaddy?
Zaddy. It's like a sexy daddy. Hey, Zaddy. No, you don't heard it. I need to show you this guy. Zaddy.
Zaddy, can you hear me?
Oh, open up your ass, Zaddy.
You never fuck me anymore.
You're at the door, it's like you're in my ass. Oh no.
You used to give the best fucking, and now you don't.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't remember his name.
I wish you would split me wide.
But it's a guy, he's playing baseball, right? And he that's what he does. He's always the thing, and it's like you definitely have a mate like this. You probably are said mate. I'm probably said mate, but you know the mate that like turns everything into like something gay. It's him, this guy. Yeah. He's like, grab the balls. He's like, I can't fucking wait to grab your balls.
Yeah, it's a thing now that it happens across a lot of friend groups. My friend groups all flirt with each other. Like on a night out, being like, you're looking fucking great, sexy wee bitch.
But that I remember that happened at one point in our, like I think with our group of friends, it became good to compliment your mates. Like,
no, but we were like really like on a night out, man. Like
you look amazing.
And like, get me a pound, I'll fucking tickle your ball. Like we just.
Do you ever? But do you ever be so in the bit that you just have to just fully fucking? And you're like, well,
we've never committed that much, but sometimes there'll be like a third party there, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" We're like, "We just do this."
Yeah, I mean, people are probably like, technically that's people trafficking. We do this now, so you're part of our people. Do you reckon that could be something next for Northern Irish comedy?
What,
people trafficking? Yeah. If who would be the comedians that you reckon if you were to be like, there's a Northern Irish comedians human trafficking ring, you'd be like, well, they're involved.
Oh, Kieran, because you wouldn't expect it, and he'd only be doing it for the coin.
Yeah. Yes, he could lure you in.
Yeah, there's tunnels underneath Doogie's Cooties. Telling you now.
Oh, don't even start me on those Jewish tunnels. Those guys are mugged. They're just fellas trying to have a good time. People are like, dirty bastards. They're like, nah, we're just looking away from our missuses. Fuck thing.
I don't know, like.
No?
I don't know.
Have you been in the tunnels?
No.
I'm going to New York and I'm going to
checking
go to
out the tunnels.
Yeah. I'm clearing out my tunnels.
It was seeing the ones where I think they're just left in the manhole and just ate acidic juice, not acidic juice.
Acidic, just
spit acid.
Imagine just lifting a manhole.
See, ate radioactive juice.
Fucking put that back. But then, like, you've obviously know the shit that's gone down in New York in the past, like with all the Ghostbusters shit going down the tunnels, the turtles living under there.
Yeah.
No, the Jews.
There's Jews, there's ghosts, and there's turtles munching pizza.
Yeah, that sounds like definitely a euphemism, doesn't it? You're a turtle.
You ever Ninja Turtles guy?
I was back in the day, yeah.
I never got them.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get. It's very hard to get.
It's a weird.
Why are they? Why does the fact that they be teenage matter? Like they're turtles, human turtle things.
Yeah.
That live with a giant
who's
rat.
hearing that going? How old are they?
Yeah.
The buckable.
Yeah.
You buck and Ninja. You had the buck one and Ninja Turtles.
But like obviously back in the day, everybody was like a sex pervert, as we're finding out. So they're probably like originally the name was they're called pre-teen mutant Ninja Turtles, or like colder adolescent. Teenage mutant.
On the line.
Like, so what age are like Donatello and they're all like 17, 18 and one's 13. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Michelangelo.
I thought they were all quadruplets.
Yeah, they're all identical.
There's Donatello,
Versace, no. Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, and
fuck, that's why he's called
Leonardo.
I was trying to weird. It was like Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Mikey. Oh, it's Michelangelo.
Yeah, Michelangelo. Yeah.
Right.
And then Splinter was just a rat.
Just a little rat.
A rat with unbelievable martial arts skills. Like thought Ratatouille was good.
You got a rat in your house. And he puts you in a Kimura. Like your wife comes in, you're fucking like tapping out.
It's Splinter. And he's like, I river you now. You're like, all right, sorry, go ahead, work away. That's fine.
Take the master bedroom.
My children come and river with me.
You're my four turtles.
They're not your kids, mate.
You want the pizza? You want the pizza for turtles?
And then Shredder's just the fucking guy and ridiculous.
Just beefing with four turtles.
Just with unbelievable.
Imagine you were a wee criminal underling. And you've had experience. You worked with the mob. You've worked for the mafia.
You finally got a sweet outfit.
Yeah, and you're like, right, who are we wasting? And your master's just like, there's these fucking turtles in the sewers doing my head in.
But why does Shredder even have beef with the turtles? They're just eating pizza and skateboarding.
Because they're good guys and he's a bad guy. He's what, leader of the Foot Clan?
Yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady.
There's a lot of feet. There's a lot of feet in TV as well. Big foot fetishes, that Nickelodeon thing.
Yeah, did you watch that? We were chatting about that last week with Sean.
I didn't watch you talk about it, but
yeah, because it's not out yet. They were recording this ahead of time. Don't worry about it. But yeah, that's the thing. Now I don't know if this is something like you're sort of, I think, one of those guys who are kind of on the fence with conspiracy. You'll dip in from time to time. You're like at the water. You'll dip your toe.
I believe in some. I believe some are real.
So we talked about the Diddy.
But I don't believe in the people who are like, oh, you believe in that one, so therefore they're all true.
So let's say this one. Diddy, is he a dodgy bastard, yeah or no?
Yeah, but that's known.
Right, okay. So next one, I've seen the rounds going about Twitter this week. Couple of fellas' names mentioned being a bit dodge. John Travolta.
Yeah,
and
seen that.
Tom Hanks.
The Tom Hanks thing, I don't know.
But apparently there was a thing about Mark Wahlberg. Was like, I won't work with him. I don't, but I'm going to pray for him.
I won't work with him.
Yeah.
I won't do it.
But I'll pray for him.
If I was on that island, things would have went different.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies on that island. That shit wouldn't have come back.
We've just snapped all the dicks off.
This is Mark Wahlberg, by the way, fully believing he would stop 9/11.
Yeah.
If I was on that plane, that one went down.
Yeah.
I've beat an ethnic boy before. I'll do it again.
That's true. Actually, he blinded a guy, didn't he?
Yeah, he blinded a Vietnamese man with a brush.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know why? Watching too many turtles. He's seeing the fucking Raphael with his staff. Yeah. Have some of that. Donatello actually is doing the staff. Yeah. And Michelangelo.
That's a very good Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. Donatello.
Yeah. But but I just this is the thing, and I think I believe that there must be some dodginess going on.
I believe
there has to be some dodginess.
There's a lot.
But I think the way things were done back in the day, were a lot of grossness went on. Clearly, there was it was known what you've got to do to get ahead. You got to give head to get ahead, sort of thing, and it was sort of like an accepted thing you had to do. Yeah. And then obviously
that's how you got the part in Nordy Shore.
Yeah, that's exactly how I got it.
You sucked off Sammy.
Yeah, that's why Butler is the way he is.
Yeah.
So
I was in a very serious accident.
Yeah, because I bet you
just got fucking trained.
Yeah, but that.
Just you on the set of Nordy Shore, but doing great, Daddy.
But you know what? Say for example, this is probably gonna be problematic. But say for example,
Alan's watching.
Alan, oh no, Alan Titchmarsh. Say you are. I'm not saying he's involved in anything. He's a great man.
That would be devastating. No, he'd devastate me. David Dickinson if he was just running human trafficking.
David Dickio's son. Yeah. Ooh, it's good, isn't it? Ooh, he doesn't even speak like that.
Harry Baggers were dead. If daytime TV had this level of corruption,
Schofield.
Fuck. But if I find out the Harry Bikers were in on it,
yeah. Oh, what did Catherine say to me about them recently? It was hilarious. Yeah, no, she goes, "Oh, do you hear one of those Harry Bakers died?" And I went, The Harry Bakers. What are you talking about? She goes, you know the two fellas, the Bakers, the Harry Bikers.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I don't know. I was like, no, they're the Harry Bikers, Catherine. And she's like, but they cook, don't they? And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't fucking make them bakers. You know? She's like, I never knew that. I was going around talking about, your man from the Harry Bakers. I love them.
I fucking love the Harry Bikers.
They were great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who else I really love? Rick Stein. Love him. No, I love Rick Steiner as well.
Make it a souffle.
Oh, I tell you what, the Dog-Faced Gremlins food tours would be amazing, wouldn't it? Him and
Scott on the road trip. It's just two brain dead cunts just walking about the place.
Imagine them trying to work out the bill. 14 pounds plus 27 equals 7. Fuck shit.
Scott's just benching the table.
Holler if you hear me. So ignorant, the wait staff as well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
a table for two.
But the Dog-Faced Gremlin, they're guys I would like to see. But Rick Stein, he just travels around, eats nice food, and does a great show.
Who's the one who used to drink Floyd? Floyd?
Keith Floyd? It? Yeah.
Used to just be like, I'm making a sandwich, stick ham bread, and he's like, what goes well with this is a liter of vino. And just fucking...
Oh, why? Just fucking losing it in through his mouth.
He just has one of those like baseball hats.
Yeah.
With 2 bottles of Pinot Grigio on it.
Apparently he used to turn up absolutely gargled, and they were like, well, and he just was a great chef, and they're like, well, work away, and he just have the band.
Yeah, if you've seen the shows, he's just got like a fucking jug of wine.
But in those days, right, that was kind of the rite of passage. Obviously, Savile, the dirtiest bastard of all time, but then he got away with it.
Yeah.
Fully until he died.
Yeah, he fully got away with it.
Like, it's disgusting, but...
He was never caught.
I am going to say, right, see if someone...
accused of all kinds of unpleasantness.
Yeah, but he got away with it, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Steve Coogan show?
James Savile.
Have you seen the Coogan show?
The Coogan show?
Where he plays
he plays him, yes, that was creepy.
I watched it and just couldn't stop doing the impression for like a week.
Yeah.
And it was really...
But see the bit, like I actually stopped watching, I think maybe after the second episode. See whenever he had the girl in the upstage or the backstage room in the nightclub, and it was so creepy.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't watch
Oh,
this
that show about the
sex
prolific pedophiles. Creepy,
listen, I know
you're expecting a laugh track.
I know he's a bad guy. All I'm saying, when I met him, sound.
You met him?
Yep. Told the story, mate. Squirted him in the face with a super soaker, mate. Have that. Yes. And I squirted, but again, I got into a wee bit of trouble for squirting him in the face with a super soaker. They were like, whatever you do, don't squirt Jimmy Savile with a super soaker. And I went, and don't go shoot Jimmy Savile with a super soaker.
What did he say to you once you did it?
He laughed. He's like, but then now with hindsight, it wasn't the first time a 16-year-old had squirted in his face, I'm sure, so he was used to it.
What I hate about that, you're implying that he could make them come, and that's just really bad. That's really bad, Dave.
It is.
You're implying.
But I mean, listen, he looks better in real life too, so who knows?
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's quite sexy.
Is it?
No, he's not. His hair's so bad.
It just looked like straggly pubes. Do you like when a dog's too old?
Oh, he is for like, you know what?
Do you know when a dog has reached 23 and you're like, put it down?
You know what he's like? He's like, you know when you have to help your granny go to the buffet, and she's all like hunched over in her arms like that, and you have to carry her along, and then you just put the food in it. That's what he was like.
Oh, really? Just
so, I don't know what year he died, but it was 2002. I met him.
9 or 10.
So, yeah, so he would have been close to death, like.
Yeah.
So obviously he'd have been fucking balls deep in all the raping.
So how old were you?
16, 17.
You're too old for it. You also, I'll go out on a whim, you're not his type.
No, and also I looked like I was 40 whenever I was that age. You're like, here, fucking, there's a fella from Northern Ireland's going to shoot you, Jimmy, fucking up, boom.
Some fucking taxi driver amongst all these kids.
Oh, fuck here, Jimmy. Fix that, you cutty. But yeah, see, looking back, the whole thing that he did there was creepy as well, because like, it was part of this big show, a big parade that was done in Jersey, and it was called the Battle of the Flowers, and they brought like celebrity like men in to like be the big guest. But then so they were given the title Mr. Battle, and it was all fucking great and all. And then the Miss Battle was just kind of the sexiest girl on the island of Jersey. So it's like him and her, they're just hanging about, and God knows what.
That's weird. That's weird. But yeah, the what we saying, it was like the Tom Hankses.
So
the rumours about him have been
Hanks.
flying. I don't know much about them. I haven't looked into them. It was the height of the Pizzagate thing with Hanks that kind of turned me off it, because they were just going, anyone who doesn't like Trump is a paedophile.
Yeah.
So that I kind of switched off with that.
I just don't get why everybody like the question being, say you were offered, like, you obviously are a comedian, and you've probably aspirations to do great things and other within the industry. If someone said to you, I know who's the best, probably the biggest comedian in the world. Say, probably influentially at the minute, probably Jerry Seinfeld overall, with the most influence and sway and everything. Say he was like 50 million if you suck my dick. I'm rimming him, I'm tromboning him, I'm bombing him.
See, I wouldn't, because I feel sucking off Jerry Seinfeld. They get really trivial about it.
Yeah.
You know, why is it called a blow job? There's no blowing involved.
And they'd be like, well, it's because I'm below your waist. It's because I'm below your waist, Jerry. You know, or Dave Chappelle. But then, yeah, you know what? That's my problem. I'd be like, you know what? Because I had this thing. I remember I got asked this question once. Sometimes you get, you know, these. Would you rather? The most classic one you get. Would you rather have sausages for fingers or shut up? You know. But one was if someone offered you £10 million a year, but you had to go to this old creepy bastard's house one day of the year and just do whatever he wants.
No.
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 Why?
I don't need money so badly that I get rich.
No. It's not badly. It's 10 million quid.
No, I don't need
I
money.
would.
No.
But he might even bum you. He might just want to
But
hang
he
out
might,
with you.
and you're letting him.
But then he's going to be old, so he won't be sore.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous way to look
Oh,
at
no,
things.
absolutely not.
That's so stupid.
Oh, why?
That's so daft.
But why?
Why would you do that?
Why not? You don't know what? 10 million quid for a day's work?
You're not getting the minute. Money don't fix everything.
No, but I'm not saying it does. But I'm saying I could take one for the team in that instance.
Nah, I wouldn't.
To get ahead. What I'm saying is, if you're listening, Diddy.
I'm sure he is.
Yep.
He's on an escape to Peru
But you know what? What he's going to do?
on the plane with Paddington.
He's going to. I thought you were talking about Paddy again. he's in Australia with Paddy. Here, Diddy talking about going down. Yeah,
Sure.
But
I love your man, Notorious B.I.G. That was all a dream. I love him.
I know. Paddy. He would do that too, wouldn't he? He'd be, oh man. But Diddy,
He would.
Yeah.
He fucking would.
he put something up the other week, and I said, Paddy, what are you doing? And he was just doing all the accents. And
He
Paddy,
loves an accent.
Paddy, but no, don't. I did. But but with Diddy, right? So he might be looking himself up on Twitter, being like #Diddy. Comes across a wee clip we put up.
Yeah.
Like, did he listen?
Also, is that the endorsement this podcast needs? You want
Yeah.
fleeing sex criminal P. Diddy to fucking share it?
Yeah, I mean, it would get the people. You know what? I get a wee interview in Belfast Live.
Do you remember the group he formed like 10 years ago that were big for
What were they
spell?
called?
Diddy Dirty Money.
Oh yes, Diddy Dirty Money. Yeah, I do remember that. And
Hello.
what was that?
Good morning.
And did he have that one? Last night, didn't even get an answer. Try to call, but my pie won't let me down. I don't know if they sing.
I don't know what
yeah.
that is. No, he had
Sitting
that.
here.
Had that weird one. It was like, I'm coming home.
Yeah. Oh,
Coming
weird.
home.
That was a fucking
Tell
banger.
the world I'm coming home. He also had one with Trey Songz, who
He did some sex stuff, didn't he?
he's apparently like the worst guy.
Like for what? Just in general.
For like, I remember seeing a quote from someone who was like, I think R. Kelly was bad.
Yeah. But I still.
But also, Trey
Again-
Songz does not have the standing that R. Kelly had.
No.
I get how R. Kelly got away with it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's like, you'll be quiet, Trey Songz will hear you.
But what did I still, this is I haven't read enough into R. Kelly to know what he did. I just know, like, my last article I read about R. Kelly was just
Is
a
it,
woman
you
being like,
need to stop defending paedophile when you haven't read what they've done.
but
You're a ma under Belfast Live and someone's been accused of joyriding or something. You're like, know who you are? Same Mo Robinson got done.
Yeah.
And it was cultures all over the place going, he's a good lad. He wouldn't do it. And then he did it. Yeah, that's you.
no, he didn't know. He was just driving.
He was just driving a fucking truck, sir. Didn't even
Yeah.
know.
I don't know why he's from fucking Kentucky. He was just driving a truck there, sir, and he did not know.
He was just driving a truck all the way down the motorway, didn't check the load.
Yeah.
What?
And then he's like, oh no.
What?
Oh dear.
What?
And then, and like when you did your Austin impression, you're like, oh no, what?
Oh no, did he actually? What?
Did he? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you had to do the Stone Cold react to these P. Diddy stuff.
Oh, so yeah, P. Diddy's apparently been doing a lot of fucking sex crimes.
Fuck off, P. Diddy.
Fuck off. No, not our Sean.
Did he?
Aye.
Did he actually?
Apparently so.
Did he fuck? Apparently he did.
Did he fuck? He certainly fucked.
Apparently he did.
Too much, in
Have you ever
fact.
seen the video of him when Meek Mill is in the pool?
No.
He's in a pool like all wrestling. You just hear Diddy behind the camera being like, you rest up, you did the work, Daddy.
Oh no.
That's going Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
You did the work, Daddy.
Yeah. You better believe you did the work, Daddy.
That's hard time.
Yeah. That's gonna be a good time for you. Shit. Don't know what that was. Shit. I don't know. Something I think like Snoop Dogg or Cat Williams.
Cat Williams and Dusty Rhodes, they're not a million miles apart.
No, they're not. That's not bad.
You need to understand. Or what's the... When you ever say Michael was fucking the shit out of that bitch? Not never.
Yeah.
Don't you ever climb trees? No, you nasty motherfucker. I got bills and shit.
But apparently, Michael Jackson is a cover for all these other dudes. Apparently,
this is it.
This is why I can't cope with conspiracy. It's all fucking nonsensical.
It's becoming mainstream about like every facet of entertainment that we grew up with is full of fucking rapists and pedophiles, and it's kind of ruining everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's.
I can't watch Drake and Josh no more.
No. Why? Because of Nickelodeon?
Yeah, because Drake was getting molested on set.
I'm on one. Was he?
Different Drake.
Alright, yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, why? Fucking know about that Drake.
Drake, how old is she? 15? Give me your number.
Where are you? Drake? Yeah, didn't he used to try to buck 11 and all?
Oh, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah. Was she not
like 15?
Whitney Houston's daughter?
No. What?
What's Whitney Houston's daughter? He died.
You don't read enough. I'll say that.
No, in fact,
you don't know enough things.
I do read. I read a lot, but not. I don't read about current shite entertainment paedophile.
You're fucking. Your like level of knowledge is so confused.
Let me go. Whitney Houston had a daughter die in a bath.
Yeah, and it was not Millie Bobby Brown.
It was.
Who is not dead.
She will be.
when you drown her in a bath.
The proof. You know what? The last time this happened to me,
you can't because you look like someone who drowns kids in a bath, so you can't do that.
The last time I said something to people like, no, it wasn't. I was proven to be right because I said Adam Mogi had a comedy club and it was called Mogi's Funhouse, and they're like, no, it's not. It's top of town. I was like, nah, it's fucking Mogi's Funhouse, and then it's become Mogi's Funhouse.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this.
So what I'm telling you,
Millie Bobby Brown is not dead,
right?
Nor is she Whitney Houston's daughter.
Okay, no, I apologise. I may have been slightly wrong. Bobby Brown was the name of her daughter.
Yeah.
Bobby Christina Brown, who has died. Rest in peace.
Yes.
22 years old. And she died, I think. Did she die in a bath or did Whitney die in a bath?
Whitney died in a bath. I think they both died in a bath. I think they both died the same way.
Yeah. She died in a bathtub.
No, who I feel bad for? Corey Feldman.
Oh, no, I don't.
What?
Corey Feldman is the most inspirational dancer of our times.
But he has ran about for years being like, you know, these guys are everywhere, and everyone's like, all right, you mental boss. And now, like, he was right. Everyone called him crazy. He was right. Mental.
Yeah.
But right.
Dun, 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 dun. What a tune. Dun, dun, dun,
oh, he should stop making music, absolutely. But
one of his songs is an absolute banger.
I haven't heard it, but it's not.
Oh, yeah. But
I love how you don't like these new rappers, but they're,
yeah.
You're in the car, you're like, give me that aux cord.
Give me ever heard of the new
Feldman?
Feldman? Yeah, check it out. I'll give you a few bangers for your buck.
So yeah, Pete Diddy's now, he's fleeing to the Caribbean, I believe.
And if it's Epstein's Island, that's a great way to arc the story, isn't it? That's, you know, they use this phrase for wrestling nowadays. That's cinema. That would be cinema if Diddy took over Epstein's Island. And he just kept rolling.
Like Thanos at the end of Infinity War?
Yeah. Thanos got it under control. Yeah. Oh.
But we have a wrestling show to promote, Pedophiles Aside.
Yes. No, Pedophiles.
Welcome to Pedophiles Aside.
This week, we're going to catch some pedophiles and tap them out.
It's me dressed as Stone Cold, choosing pedos.
Yeah. So what the show is called?
Stomp a mud hole in these perverts' asses.
No, they probably enjoy it. We're gonna fist a few fucking nonsense.
No, it's got. Remember Stone Cold beating up Booker T in the supermarket? Oh,
yes.
There'll be a pedo just out Nasley and I'm behind him. So we can't have Fanta.
But you do look like the guy that would hang around with pedo hunters. Like you'd be in the background, I guess.
I look like, me and you both look like...
I'm front and centre. I'm the one calling them out.
Me and you both look like guys that are raging about that New England flag.
Oh, yeah.
There's a demonstration of them singing Dam Busters outside like Trafalgar Square. And I genuinely thought me and you were in it.
Oh, no.
They're sitting there going.
Oh,
That's a good song.
I'm so embarrassed. Do you know what? Who gives a fuck?
About that flag? I'm shit.
Flags are.
I think they are us for fuck's sake.
Flags are gay.
It's okay.
That flag's literally gay.
Is it though?
On the back of their shirt.
Is it?
No, it's like it's for those.
It's not.
Transvestites more than meets the.
It's not.
What is it then?
It's a mix of the colours that England wore.
Oh, that's
apparently during 1966.
That's
a mix of those
that's
colours.
a mug off, isn't it, for all those boys?
Yeah.
I love that.
That's what they're all raging with.
They're all raging because you don't touch our flag.
But they're like, you made the flag. It's not. And also, Joey Barton needs to fuck up.
Yeah.
Slagging off every woman player ever. Like he was ever better than Fine.
Yeah. But you know what? The thing with Joey Barton that's so fucking stupid is like, anyone can talk about anything. And like, women are more than justifiably placed to commentate on football.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Yeah.
it's not like you have, like, are you going to tell me that, like, has Joe Rogan fought in the UFC? No.
No, but he's very well, if he had went in when he was younger.
No, but he didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then that's his whole logic. You know, so if you don't do that level, you shouldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You can still study a subject without having played it and be like, yeah.
But again, it's this whole thing of like people giving those sort of opinions any kind of airtime. It's like,
But he's went that Lawrence Fox route of, I'll just be the guy who says what everyone wants to say.
yeah,
And I'll be honest, I'm tired of those guys.
yeah.
I'm tired of seeing it in stand-up. I'm tired of seeing it in anything. It's so fucking boring now.
What do you mean, just being truth speakers?
Not true. Yeah. I'll say what don't want to be said. What do you want to say?
Who are some?
Fucking blacks. Shut up.
Why is that what's wanted to be said?
Because that's what they feel people want.
And who are some of the stand-ups or anyone?
Gervais.
Oh, you know what though? I'm sad about.
I'll be so offensive. What's the material about? Oh, packies and spastics, and you're like, oh, unreal, Ricky.
No.
You were brilliant.
Yeah, that's the downside about it. And
If anyone else did the material, like, and I love Ricky, not slagging him, fucking
You know
phenomenal,
you are, it's fine.
better than I'll ever be.
Stand over it.
If you saw an open micer doing the material he did that last special,
Oh, no, the last two
You'd go
specials
dog shit.
were sad.
Dog
They
shit.
were sad. They were sad because his first three, brilliant.
very funny.
But I just think he's so and it's awkward for me because he is like my favorite ever, and then now I'm like
Look, I
those
also
last
don't
two.
think he's a bad guy. I think he's
No.
dug the heels in.
But I also know like there are people out there like my dad are like he's fucking love to see it, and you're like no dad we don't. It's, like I tried to explain to my dad why his last special wasn't good, and he was no if I laughed I'm like of course you did,
Yeah.
you did.
But jokes like that, it's like levels of jokes. Some drunk cunt in the bar gives you. It's like, let me tell you a joke.
Yeah.
Or let me tell you a joke, right? Two Japs and an Ethiopian walk into a bar, and you're like, I'm already not going to enjoy it. Not because of what
Yeah.
he said. I just know the punchline's going to be shite.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't good.
You're like, listen, I like the subject matter, but it's going to be a shit joke.
Yeah,
I'm
but the
keen to see where
wrestling
this
show
goes. Yes,
we need to
the
promote
wrestling show, a question of sports entertainment.
It's a live panel show featuring myself, Dave, Alan Irwin, Ronan Linsky, and Jasmine Sierra.
AKA Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he needs to be Roman Reigns. Who you gonna dress up as?
Roman Reigns.
Everyone's Roman Reigns.
I mean, we should just do is just do the bloodline. I get a wee bit of hair around the side and come as Heyman.
I'd be a good solo.
Yeah. Who else could be good? The Usos. Well, I mean, the thingy should be the Usos, shouldn't
Who?
they? Ronan and Alan, because they are like the Usos. They're the brewers.
Jasmine be.
Solo.
So I'm
you be
solo.
you be Paul Heyman.
But you're Paul Heyman.
I'm gonna be Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. The tribal queef. That'd be cool.
But it's a live wrestling show. We'll be showing. It's basically an interactive quiz with video, loads of fun games.
And will there be any rape?
No.
No, so there we go.
No.
So entertainment you can get without molestation.
We could have clipped this promo, and now we can't. Because out of context, you have just asked, is there going to be rape at the show?
I hope not. I absolutely hope
We
not.
could have used this to be like, okay, here's the clip, the promo of the show. You just go, and will there be rape?
But I'm just letting people know that doesn't happen.
How do we advertise that show if there was? Rape live.
Listen, I would have said, will there be rape? And you would have gone, and you're like, well, there you go. No, it's rape is abhorrent. It's disgusting. The world of entertainment
I
is
can't
riddled
believe-
with sex perverts.
That's disgusting.
But thankfully, and you know what? I think on the whole,
Black Box on the day of WrestleMania. We haven't finished the promo. You just keep talking about that.
no, 6th of April.
Right? Can we do a proper one? We can
Right, okay,
clip?
right, let's do
Yeah.
it. I will clip it.
Yeah. I'm warning you. On the 6th of April, the day of WrestleMania.
April. Right, sorry.
Makes it sound like it's a month-long event. It's like dry January for you.
No, but the exact opposite. In fact, no, it would be fairly dry, in fairness too. What am I doing? I go...
On the 6th of April, join us on the Black Box for a question of sports entertainment, a live panel show about the fun world of wrestling. I'll be hosted by myself, William Thompson, joined by Dave Elliott,
And my tag team partner for the event, Jasmine Sierra, acknowledge us.
facing the team of Ronan Linsky and Alan Irwin. There are a handful of
The
tickets
dicks.
left. They are £5 in. Come see it. We'll be watching some funny wrestling clips, talking a lot about wrestling. Perfect for WrestleMania.
Can I just say, and if you're not a wrestling fan, it's going to be funny. It's going to be available for everybody. You will find humour in everything. And for all joking aside, where could you get an afternoon's entertainment for a $5 these days?
Yeah, it's perfect
Fucking
for
madness.
pre-WrestleMania entertainment.
And also just pre. If you want to go out for a night in the piss.
Well, pre-drink,
watch us.
pre-cum. You come to
Pre-drink,
that show.
Oh, there's not going to be pre-cum.
You pre-cum to that show.
Yeah.
Imagine one
This
guy
Saturday.
just edging in the crowd.
Yeah. I mean, dressed
On
as-
this day.
Yeah, it's the rated R superstar.
How shit is it? He's like the rated R superstar, Adam.
I know, it's so bad. Like, and he's my probably favourite ever.
Yeah.
And it's like, Adam's bad. Adam Copeland.
Yeah, think how I feel. My favourite's Brock.
What has Brock been?
He's allegedly entangled in the more human trafficking.
Yeah. Which
It's
is not
everywhere.
it's not going to happen at a show. You know what? That might be my costume. I might just cut the sleeve.
Brock?
Cut the
I
sleeves
don't
off the
think you're
thing.
going to go as human trafficking.
What a wrestling character. If Vince came back in a mask like
Vince,
Mr.
the
America,
human
just
trafficker, McMahon.
human trafficker. Yeah. That'd be a tremendous way to get him back in the show, wouldn't it? Because remember they got Mr. America, it was just blatantly Hulk Hogan. You're the human trafficker.
We're growing the mask up and go.
Walks the ring, I guess, no. With no chance.
But he has Vince's voice now.
Yeah.
He's like that. Today we're going to have a...
Oh, Johnny Laurinaitis as well. Johnny Ace. Wow.
Oh, I couldn't possibly know who's behind this mask. He always just sounds like he's just been booted in the bollocks.
Yeah.
That's how we will kiss him out.
By the way, big shout out to these cups. Because I've put a lemsip in here because I have a wee bit of a cold and it's fucking burning the throat of
You
me.
have cold and you brought me in here. Mm-hmm. You're going to make me sick.
Yeah, but I've not been sick all year, mate, so it'll be fine. You'll not catch it. I've been working away at it, taking my zinc and vitamin D. Not a different kind of D. The vitamin Diddy's been given to people. Vitamin Cook. Imagine he's like, yeah, you need some vitamin D, motherfucker.
Yeah, apparently Diddy, biggest gangster. Well, you know what his dad did?
No. Daddy Diddy?
So where Daddy Diddy got his money, well, this is why Diddy was so rich.
Is this why it's called Diddy Dirty Money? Daddy's Dirty Money?
Daddy Diddy's dirty money.
Daddy Diddy's Dirty Money. That's the name of the episode. Daddy Diddy's Dirty Money. Wow.
His dad was, I think, a coke dealer, definitely a drug dealer.
Nice, fair play.
And I'm fairly certain worked for the CIA. So that's why he...
Oh, so he's like the steak knife of the American drug world?
Yeah. So that's why Diddy was so rich, because his dad was a bad bastard.
And I mean, where do you stand on informants?
No, my fucking
Do you
heads,
think,
David.
you think they're bastards, or do you think it's a dirty? Or do you
someone-
think it was a dirty war? It needed to be done. Because I was listening to a couple of things. I'm big into the steak knife thing. I enjoy it. I like to learn about
Shock.
it. It's like it's entertaining. Not entertaining. It's fascinating the way things were
steak
here
for
during
breakfast
trouble.
this morning.
Did you? You know, we dad or something? Or the opposite? You only have steak for breakfast if you're like trying to lose weight.
I'm living
or
like
you've-
Henry VIII.
Oh, I'm looking for gout. You know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
going after.
I
the
love
gout.
it. I've been reading up about him, and apparently, no way, he's mental.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely.
And he wasn't always. Apparently, had a jousting accident.
Uh-huh.
And then afterwards, like, he recovered and was just fucking insane.
Yeah, you probably hit him in the head and like burst his brain.
Yeah, so he just came out and was like, he was quite a sporting guy, got hit in the head. He was like, I love fucking and meat.
I mean, that's a good life.
Sometimes I fuck meat.
It's a good, which used to be a wrestler too, didn't it? Sean Stacey.
I thought you meant fuck meat.
No.
Out of the ring, fuck meat.
Welcome to the ring. Fuck me.
I know you're in the back, fuck meat.
What a great insult. Shut the fuck up, fuck me.
I've got
Hey,
really
fuck
into
me.
calling fuck meat and goober. I love
Goober?
calling people like someone's being stupid. Be like, stop being such a fucking goober right now.
I know fuck meat, start using that one.
But
But
fuck meat.
but why steak? What's going on with that?
I had two that were going out of date. I just cooked two. Had one for last night, and then was running out of the house. I was just driving up in traffic, just eating a steak with my hands.
Alright, okay. You'd be the kind of guy that would be in a rush and just take your plate with you, a knife and all the lights.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what? I'm gonna do a bit about that. That's funny to me. Eating steak, you only eat steak for breakfast if you're doing really well, or the opposite. You've just gone off the rails. You're like,
yeah. Peppercorn sauce in the middle of the car. just drinking it and trying to make it in my mouth. Like mouthwash.
Pepper sauce. Jesus, fuck me. I need to give a big shit.
I need to give a big shout out to pepper sauce.
Yeah, I'm giving a big. I'm giving major.
Guys, can we hear from pepper sauce?
But listen, I was doing Sunday dinner there last Sunday, and I hate prepping Sunday dinner, man. Fucking piss me off. See, peeling the potatoes and fucking carrots, and I mean, fucking carrots is
Why
hard
are you trying to make
anytime.
this sound gangster?
You know, but it's like it's just
peeling potato
it's
choppers
so
and
shit.
fucking
And then
carrots.
you have to cut up the broccoli and all, and fucking do all that shit. It's arduous, and like I don't usually love a Sunday dinner. Now I've got very good at making them, if I do say so myself. But usually,
do you have Yorkies?
no, I don't actually. I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
Usually what we would have is roast potatoes,
Okay.
mashed potatoes.
Stinking. 2 kinds of potatoes?
Yes.
Famine's over, David. The fuck you
but listen,
overloading potatoes?
but here's the thing: it's the same amount of potatoes, but you just take a couple out instead of mashing it. And you make them into roasties because I prefer roasties to mash.
Okay.
So, say like a broccoli cheese, which is
A
nice.
good cheesy broccoli is good.
I make my cheese sauce and all from scratch, of course. I
Very
do.
good.
And then do like roasted carrots, maybe a wee bit of honey. Butter
Okay.
and stuff. That's nice. And then you get the meat. So sometimes I'll do a full chicken because Catherine's vegetarian. Gay.
What?
I have to make her something different on the side. So I usually have maybe 3 different
Give
types
her
of.
like a wamba or what is she eat?
She eats like, this is the thing. I don't eat meat, but I'll eat fake meat. You know, it's like, no, don't call it vegetarian chicken. A chicken's a chicken. Call it like vegetarian fucking mince or something stinking.
Yeah.
Shit. But so she had like a lattice, which was had like pesto in it and all. So to do the lattice and the pesto, I make Matilda like fucking wee nuggets and all because she's a 3-year-old.
Sorry, by the way, you've said you've had a full. You'll put on a full chicken.
Yeah.
You've said to me your kids won't eat it.
No, the
and
kids.
your wife doesn't.
No,
Are you just eating a full chicken?
I'm just tying this round to Henry VIII again, brother. Like I'm sitting there, whoa, full leg and everything. I look like Henry VIII. Like stick a hat on me. You know?
Yeah, you're just eating the chicken like Diddy did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Release R. Kelly. But no, that's usually what we do on another day, right? But just clip it, make that into a clip, cut all these wee sound bites, and then send it to the BBC. Yeah, go this guy. But the chicken would be on like if we're doing chicken, I give Matilda chicken, me chicken, Holly would take the chicken, and Catherine is something alternative. But this weekend she had the lattice.
Mm-hmm.
I had the wee sort of nugget things for Matilda, and then me and Holly, I bought these chicken Kievs off the shelf in the shop, but they were, you know, butcher chicken Kievs, and I didn't read exactly. So what it was pepper chicken Kievs. So it
good
wasn't
time.
garlic butter. It was fucking
great.
pepper sauce inside. I have never enjoyed anything more.
Yeah,
It's fucking
that's a
incredible.
fantastic dish.
Incredible. So we're going roasties, mash, broccoli cheese, carrots, peppercorn Kiev. Boom.
Yeah.
You know what? I would storm the war
Yeah.
for Russia to get peppercorn Kiev.
Do you know what you
Kieves.
need when you're having pepper sauce though? And you need if you're having a steak.
A wine.
Because I have been. Yeah.
Because they're so delicious.
I've been on that, been eating well.
Uh-huh.
But I gave myself a wee treat with my dinner the other day. Got some crispy onions, some tobacco
Yeah,
onions.
they're very popular right now. They're
Yeah.
good. Where do you get them? Where do you make
Asda.
them? Asda one's good.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Shoestring ones that are homemade are nicer, but I can't be arsed. See them with pepper sauce.
Oh,
So what I did was like there was a load of cabbage and leeks on one side of the plate.
leeks underrated, delicious.
Leeks are great, but I'm like, if I eat that, then I can have my onions.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're not a fan of onions?
No, I am. If
Oh, those
I
onions,
don't,
right,
I don't
okay.
love the veg.
Yeah.
I don't love that, but that's
Yeah.
like if I eat that,
Yeah.
then I can have my onions.
But you know what? Apparently, it's better for your gut health too to eat the vegetables first.
Really?
Yeah, in terms of your meal, because it's
Yeah,
like whatever
digest it.
it stimulates and does. Yeah, like
I've just been trying this thing
there.
of like have something green on the plate.
Yeah,
Be it broccoli, cabbage, leeks, green beans.
See, that's good. Like Trying to be good at the minute too, but then I'm a bit sick right now. But I'm going to still keep my exercise going because I'm doing this marathon leg. So I'm going to go tonight. I'm going to just go on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit on my bike in my garage.
Come to David Lloyd's, mate.
No, mate, I've never returned to David Lloyd's after that gig.
Oh, come on.
Nope, and I'm still a member there.
Fucking come with me.
But
Come with me. I'm training by myself. Come with me.
maybe one day we'll have to wear a mask so I don't see anybody that saw me. Well, I'm bald since then.
You
Anyway.
when we Phantom of the Opera mask, fucking lifting weights.
Or yeah.
Are you still a member there?
Technically, yeah.
Come with me. Go for a wee swim, wee sauna.
You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'll swallow my pride.
Yeah.
Go back.
Because I go by myself. The running machines are really good to do like long distance because they break it up in increments.
Yeah.
So I'm training to do 5k,
and
it'll like you run for 3 minutes, but build it up slowly, and then you do that over 40 minutes, and then before you know it, you've done it.
You know what? I'm enjoying running a bit now, but I need to do the outside run. Usually Tuesdays are my bigger outside run day, but Holly's not at Rainbows tonight, so usually what I do, leave her to Rainbows,
still at
go
the
for a
Rainbows?
run. Rainbow's great.
Is it like BB?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think all that sort of stuff's good. Again, any parents listening out there, I think it's important you send your kids to these kind of things because you have to, you know what, kids need to learn the hard way. They can't always get their way, and they need to learn virtues, and they need to learn, because I think
they need to learn the way of the Lord.
Were you beaten when you were a kid? Were you whipped?
Viciously.
Yeah, I got the ass handed to me.
Viciously.
But you know what? Did me no harm.
Used to be nothing worse than a day of a parent teachers meeting.
Oh.
You just get a text from your mom, talk to you in the house.
Oh no.
It's like, do you know that clip of the Mexican guy gets the death note?
Yeah.
It was like, talk to you in the house.
Oh, when he's singing. That was so bad. I felt so sorry for that guy.
Well, that guy was murdered by the cartel. Yeah, I feel bad for him.
But imagine, that's so gangster to be just, instead of just getting him and killing him, being like, by the way, brother, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. What would you imagine? What song would you go out on?
What? As in,
you're up there singing.
Amore.
You get a note, you sing that, you're dead.
Yeah.
You just go straight in.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. I would be like, I'm just waiting for a quick slash here, and be like, fuck out of here.
Come back out.
Fuck, I would hate to be killed. That'd be so shit.
By the cartel. Who'd be the worst part? I'd hate to be killed by the Yakuza.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I think it was China back in the day. I got involved in I got, you know when you get deep into Wikipedia articles, I got into like capital punishment methods, and I got like into an old Chinese one they used to do was called slow slicing. Have you heard that?
No.
They would just like, it's like a death by 1,000 paper cuts. They would just tie you to a pole and just take a wee knife and just go and just keep slicing you
with that level of bitchy attitude.
Yeah.
Too.
That'd be the worst thing to go. Aren't you like, oh no, please, Ping Shi, don't do that again to me. Sorry.
Bastard.
So
who was it had the method of they would lay you down, like tie you up in the bed?
It's the rat.
Put a rat, a team of rats.
Yeah. Fucking, I know a few of them. Bastards.
Splinter and the boys. Put them in a basin.
Oh, imagine you stick a rat with four turtles under you.
I thought you were doing a Splinter impression.
Oh.
So then they get the metal tub, put it in your stomach, heat it from the top. So then the rat will burrow down.
Yeah, that's so gross. But you know what's funny? There was a dude whose job was to come up with those. A sick cunt. Like Mick Foley would be great at that nowadays world. But you go, think of ways you do. Like there was a thing, we went to the Terror Museum in Hungary when we were on honeymoon because you need to get wet somehow, you know what I'm saying? And there was like...
You walk around with a full stomach ripper like
just, under the
hitting your
waistband.
zip.
Oh boy. But there was a thing it did there. It's like they hang them, but it's like slightly different. They're like... It's like a TNA eight-sided ring, you know? It's like slightly different, but what they do, they put you on it and they tie like a garrote really tight around your neck and you're just on this pole and then they just like yank you down so someone's pulling your legs and just, it's fucking horrendous.
Oh, the bronze bull.
What's that one?
It's a giant bull made of bronze and they put you in it and then just
set on fire,
heat it.
Yeah.
So you just get cooked alive.
Yeah.
I just did that and opened it and you just come out like a wee chicken.
Hi, I'm just a master of the sauna.
You and three old lads talking about United.
Yeah. Give it all. That'd be fucking excellent.
Why do all old naked men love United?
They love it more than anything else, mate.
Like, I'm convinced United's only fan base is old naked men
United only fans, that's what it would be.
and
just
small
old naked
Asian
men.
boys. Those are the
Yeah.
only people who love United.
They love but so much, man. And I know there are a lot of good torture techniques that are like a lot of fun, but you can't do that anymore. It's like see now, like you can still.
Before capital punishment, the hat's been turned backwards. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
Yeah?
probably. I think so.
Why?
Because I think if there's no end to something, and why continue to,
What?
So like if you're say right, Jeffrey Dahmer,
Yeah.
he's unequivocally guilty of everything he's done, horrendous crimes.
Allegedly.
Horrendously, I mean, I think if you find several corpses in your house, it's not a good sign for
Be
you.
a setup. Could be a frame.
Could have been framed. Who framed Jeffrey Dahmer? There's the comedy we never knew we needed.
Yeah. It was the original draft of Who Framed
Yeah.
Roger Rabbit.
But
Which of the Looney Tunes framed Jeffrey Dahmer?
what I don't understand is like, what's he going to be like? He's never getting out. What's he going to do in prison other than, waste taxpayers' money? So kill him, punish him. See ya. What would you do?
Leave them in a really shit prison to rot.
Oh, you know what they should, or what they could do is bring back the old school techniques. Like remember, there in castles they just did these wee cubby holes and you just put people down there and forgot about.
You're in
Yeah.
there, huh?
Yeah.
And they let's go to throw a new guy in there. Like, fuck, we haven't cleaned this out.
Yeah, but like, shit, you're still
Sorry
there.
about the mess, mate.
Here,
It's
listen.
like getting
I'm
into my
sorry.
car.
I didn't know I was having visitors today. Stayed at a place. Jesus. But you know what? I think in some cases, yeah, maybe. I think. But again, it's that. But what if they're innocent? They're like, well, you made a mistake, didn't you?
See, I don't believe it because A, someone could be wrongfully found
Yeah.
guilty, and B, I don't find it an effectual deterrent.
Yeah.
And
What do you think would be a good alternative?
Well, most
deterrent?
murders are crimes of passion. That doesn't mean like, oh, I kill you because I love you.
Yeah, but
It's your emotions in the moment,
But
so you're not
yeah.
thinking clearly. So the death penalty's not a deterrent. One of the most outspoken people against the death penalty was Albert Pierpoint.
Yeah, the number one executioner in
Yeah,
the world. Yeah,
which was so sly of him.
Bay did it after he retired.
But like if you went
Yeah,
vegetarian,
yeah, and it'd be like not fair.
yeah, you've eaten so many full
What can I
chickens to
say?
yourself.
Yeah, I'm like Paul Curry, a stick of chicken in each hand. Yeah,
I can't get over the image of you sitting down for a wee Sunday dinner with a full chicken and the rest of your family's having like fucking gristle
Yeah.
and nuggets.
Just you eat those grits.
You eat those grits.
Daddy must feast. But yeah, I don't know. I just it's an awkward one because no one's ever going to be there. No, I just think in some circumstances you're like see if you keep getting released and you're always going and killing people. You're like
Well, yeah, that's you shouldn't be released.
yeah, but that's sometimes people get released and it's a bad decision.
You think every murderer should always be in jail
Nope.
forever?
Nope.
No.
And I don't think all people should get capital punished either.
Yeah.
I think only like, and it's like when people are like, I just think like when people are going to continue, like Dahmer is the case in point.
Yeah.
He sexually assaulted one of the same families. He sexually assaulted a member of this family and then went to jail, got out and killed another one of the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're that
Bet
family,
you they don't like him.
no.
Bet you he's not popular in
No.
their house.
But you know me, like if it was me and I always look at my scenario. See if somebody killed my children and it was done completely on purpose and there was no regret or no
Yeah.
remorse, I think I should be allowed to kill them myself. Like see if they get out.
I don't disagree with that. Have you ever
know?
seen? There's a guy. I think he did go to jail for it, but there was this karate instructor who had molested a kid in his class repeatedly.
Yeah.
Gets sentenced to jail time. It's not that long, and in the courtroom, the dad he's on TV getting walked out of the courtroom. The dad's on a payphone.
Yeah.
Sees the guy walk past, hangs up the phone, shoots him in the fucking head, kills
Yeah.
him.
I think.
And I don't even think he got that long because everyone was like,
yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah. No, I think I would.
And also, you couldn't beat that guy to death because he knows karate.
Yeah, it's karate. That's a smart move. Yeah. That is smart.
So
karate. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't fight him because he knows
Yeah,
karate.
like if you knew Tai Chi, you'd be like, "I fuck it up."
If he does that Steven Seagal Aikido
Yeah.
shit, yeah, you hit my boy and he's flipping you. That's more embarrassing. You go to
so
him and he's just flipping you
Yeah.
over.
Imagine trying to beat
It
up
doesn't
Seagal.
hurt. It's just embarrassing.
Why are you doing this to me? Why am I on the ground? Stephen, no.
Yeah, he's-
But yeah, I just think everything, like, you can't just uniformly say. But I think as an option in some circumstances, yeah, have it. Like, you know who, in terms
And
of
this is two people with criminology degrees.
yes, and in terms of something being like in the restorative justice system, somebody who I think has been entirely done wrong by it is Charles Bronson. He's someone the UK's longest serving prisoner, but he has not.
But he can't live in the outside world.
Exactly, but he's got into that situation.
Yes.
Because he's been in there so long, and it's like, would he even want to be out? You don't know.
I think he gets out and just does stuff to get back in because he can't.
Yeah, but there's definitely the system is wrong. There needs to be better ways to deal with it. However, in some circumstances,
Trial by combat needs to come back.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like Gladiators, but instead of like the great show that's on BBC nowadays, it's actual old school. They just
No,
do
no,
like,
that's how you get away with crime. You have to climb up to the top of a wall before Wolf does.
yeah, but it's not Wolf the Gladiator. It's an actual wolf. Right? This is
Well, then you only need to get it. Wolves can't climb.
true, but tigers can.
Yeah.
Let those bad boys in. See what you
Try
do.
by combat, beat this
Yeah.
tiger.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah, the more guilty we think you are, the harder they are. Someone
Yeah.
you think's kind of not guilty just has to like kick a pig to death.
yeah. No, so, but a piglet, not even a big one, because the big ones could get you.
Yeah,
But a wee one.
You know you're really guilty when we put you in with 4 turtles and a
Yeah,
rat.
I know you're totally fucked.
Like,
You're
they know
"Oh, no,
karate."
What have I done? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one, but I do think like in some circumstances, yeah.
Yeah.
Like John Wayne Gacy's one who didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. He's glad what he did. And then they're like, yeah,
Shit, yeah, but you get people like Shipman.
yeah.
Escapes the death penalty.
But then again, Shipman's is a weird one because he obviously. But then he killed himself, didn't he? So, but he's obviously
Yeah, killing yourself doesn't count.
no true. But he's obviously a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But he did it. His sole motivation was greed and money. You know. So like, it's
Well, but
something.
that's still evil.
Yeah, it's evil, but like there's something more morbid about like doing what Dahmer did, killing people, cutting them off, eating them.
Yeah,
Then he's
cut
just
them off. I'm
like-
not speaking to you.
I'm fine. He Dahmer out.
You
know,
would let me eat your bollocks. I'm not talking.
he'd be like, no, but Jeffrey,
I'm not the corpse.
yeah. He's like,
I'm not talking to him.
I wanted you to lick the back of them. I didn't want you to actually fucking saute them, mate. You know what I mean? There's a difference. They eat my bollocks and he actually eat my bollocks. But I think, like, I just think, you know, it should, but it probably is an option. You know what I mean? We're back to conspiracies again. The government can probably get rid of you if they need to.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you mean to say, like, you know, anybody that Putin disagrees with, like those guys that did the shooting, they're not going to live
Have
very
you
long.
seen the photos of them when they're in court?
Yeah, they don't look that they've had the
They all
most-
look like those photos of Rihanna after Chris Brown got to her.
yeah,
Like,
they don't look like they've had a fun few days.
no. And part of me is kind of like, yeah, do I believe it's a false flag attack by Russia? A little bit. But I'm like, fair enough.
Yeah, but you know what,
It's
too?
like the guys who killed Lee Rigby in the crowd that caught them
Yeah.
beat the living fucking piss out of
Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, he got caught by a group of dads, which is weird why they called them dads. But a group of dads caught Richard Ramirez.
We're
and
the
kicked
dads.
the
They're
fuck
a
out of him.
gang.
Yeah.
We're the dads.
Just guys with gilets and fucking baby carriers on. Yeah, we fucking
They
saved
all
him.
have staffies.
Yeah. They kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And I mean, you would too. Like, he's another piece of shit.
They'd be a
but-
good, easy gang to escape because you'd wait till they're all sitting in their chairs,
I
they'd
mean-
fall asleep, and then you'd run.
Yeah. But I just think in some circumstances, if people are certainly evil.
Wasn't Ramirez caught because he fled the county and then didn't realise they had put his information out? And then he went back in.
You know,
saw
he
his-
didn't know, so he was like, everything was everywhere. His face was in the front. Like, he was actually in a newsagent, and he saw his
Yeah, he was in-
sketch
he
in
was
the
in
front
Get the
paper,
Beano.
and he was like, oh no. And then he run, and then someone was like, there's that bastard there. And then the dads were like, what? And they set down their cups and they fucking folded their papers up and off they went and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, half-eaten sausage rolls
Yeah.
left the table.
Yeah.
Straight after.
And that's such a dad thing too, to go back to what you were doing before. Kick the fuck out of him. Go back being like, fuck, where's that paper? Oh, here we are.
But also he was like a very distinctive face.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Looked
was
like a
scary.
fucking
But you know,
vampire.
like, to me, he was one of the scariest of all the serial killers because he didn't have a, like, target.
He
You know,
just did it.
He just killed different people. He didn't have a set. Like, you know, way Bundy was all like cute babes.
King Kong.
Yeah, King Kong Bundy, WrestleMania 1. He but Ted Bundy liked cute young girls.
Actually, looking back, I
sorority
think
women,
that's why it was called Bundy.
probably.
He called it after Ted Bundy.
So disrespectful.
That's
So fence. But
Imagine a wrestler came out now. It's fucking
Yeah.
Davey Dahmer.
Davey Dahmer, can you imagine? Sean Shipman, the sexy boy. You know? Oh, Dr. Death, Sean Shipman. What a terrible gimmick. Oh, man. Oh, dear.
So, see, when you studied criminology too,
Yeah.
did you get into it the same way I did, in that you were fascinated by serial killers,
Oh yeah.
and then you do it, and you're like, this is not part of it at all?
Yeah, I was like, this is actually far messier to clean up than I thought.
Once I did it, I was like,
Oh, you mean the degree? I
the
thought you
degree?
meant killing. Oops.
No.
No.
Yeah. No, I meant to do. Yeah.
No, it was too. I thought it was too splintered. There's too many different sections to me that I was like I could not get my head around social policy. It was just bullshit to me.
Yeah.
You know, because it was all people's theories, and it's like I remember going.
Oh, you're like me in that. I
Yeah,
don't agree.
But it's
with
like,
a lot
hold
of
on. So
social
what
theory.
you're saying is, a fella had an opinion, and we're taking that as gospel? No.
Yeah, it's why I hate
Here's-
philosophy.
yeah.
What if the world was made of jelly? And I'm
Here.
like, but it isn't.
It isn't. No, because I had a full argument with a lecturer once, and you may or may not agree with this. It was about prison sentence and prison reform, of course.
Yes.
And
We've had this before, I think.
they were like, how would you feel if you were in a situation like this all day, every day? And I went, I would hate it. He goes, well, how do you think a prisoners feel? And I was like, hold on. But I wouldn't do something to put me in that scenario. No. But would you? And I was
I
like,
think that's easy to say. You never know.
yeah, but I wouldn't like it.
No.
However, I feel it was all geared towards like reform and working towards rehabilitation, but there was never any kind of thought given to the victims. You know, so if you rehabilitate a prisoner,
Yeah.
instead of having them in there for 15 years, they're out after 2, you still may or may not have, like, I remember the particular lecturer was saying about how Mara Hindley was she was just misled by Ian Brady. Mm-hmm. No, see, if
I don't agree with
if
that,
my
but-
kids are taken away, no, I don't think she should be let out.
Yeah.
No. And if she is, and I kill her, oops.
Yeah.
You know,
And
that's
the
just
fact
what I
that she
think.
also wouldn't give away the locations of the bodies.
Oh no, that's a piece of shit move.
Yeah. But what you're saying, oh, would you hate it? Are the conditions too harsh? Well, then you lead into the example of like Bronson. So I can
Yeah.
see the point
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
well, then you know you can put someone in prison, but you don't want to then go,
But-
well, you can never do anything ever again.
True.
You can't live outside of this.
But there are some prisoners who need way more support than what they get.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
And like,
I don't agree with that, and it kind of is an aspect of society now that, oh, you've been in prison, you're done for.
Oh no! I think there's like, this is what I think. There's such a my view on prisons. I think is quite. It's open. You know what I mean? I do believe there needs to be massive reform in prisons. 100%. I think the way it's done now is wrong. I also think that if you have committed a crime and you've done your time, you should be able to live a normal life as best as possible and have the support you need to integrate yourself back into society. However, I do think that there are some people, maybe obviously extreme cases, who, like, there's some people I don't think should even go to jail for some of the things that they end up in jail for. But there are the more extreme cases, the serial killers, the pedophiles, the things like that. It's different. You know, petty criminals who maybe, because like if you do something when you're 16, 17, you end up with a criminal record, you could fuck your whole life, and that's a mistake.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think
I agree with
that you
that.
shouldn't tar people at all.
Yeah.
However, you know, if someone's a rap sheet and that's as long as your arm, and you're like, nah.
Yeah, you're not going to learn.
Yeah, like there's one guy I remember, and again this is from experience. I had a guy and I had to do a homeless referral for a hostel for, and he was like, and I was like, do you have any criminal? And I have to find police reports. And he was like, yeah, well technically I'm a sex offender because my girlfriend was 15 and I was 17. I was
That
like,
makes
all
it sound like, he was really, like he's the Kurt Angle.
yeah,
I'm a technical.
he's a
I'm less of a brawler, I'm more of a technical sex offender.
Yeah, he's not going to go in and swing digs, but he will submit you. But he, but then he was like, yeah, technically, and I was like, how long are we in for? And he goes, like 8 years or 7 years or something. I was like, fuck, that's a long time for a wee misdemeanor like that. You know, if that's what you say. I got the police report back and it was fucking like, it was like the Canova report. It was a fucking thick, and he'd done all sorts, like forced buggery of children, bestiality, rape, all this stuff, and you're like, see people like that. Nah.
So he done more than he had let on.
And then I was like, and when obviously before we could assign him anywhere, I had to get him in and talk to him about this. And I was like, why'd you not tell me that? And he's like, almost embarrassed. I'm like, oh, were you, mate? You were embarrassed? You fucking piece of shit. And that's another thing. See, a lot of sex
You're sitting
offenders.
down at the table full chicken. I can't even finish my full side of beef.
And I'm like, listen, come on, I'll get back to that. But I just think, like, people like that, you know, you're like deceitful, sneaky, evil. Like, just throw away the key, maybe.
Yeah, for things
know,
like that.
Put them in the Bastille, mate.
It's a it's a different case.
Yeah.
It's very extreme.
But that's what you have
Mind
to
you,
do with.
we did 3 years studying this and we couldn't
Yeah.
find the answers, David.
No, but you know what? I do think...
I'll say this now, wanting to study criminology.
Don't.
It's so fucking boring.
But you know another thing, though, too, that I think we, as the West, if you will, we are so entitled in terms of how we think the world should be just like us, and if they're not, they're wrong. You know, like all the wars that go on in the world, and we're like, and this is what they all need to... Doesn't always work.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't always work. People have different beliefs, different systems, different laws.
What Dave is saying is he's a communist.
No, what I'm saying is, like, you know, you don't always know the answers. Things always look a certain way to how it's portrayed. Like, I remember, obviously, when 9/11 happened, like, it's a disgrace. Absolutely horrendous, whatever
Disgrace.
However, if you're, like I said to my dad, if you're a farmer in Afghanistan, mind your own business. Out in the farm, your family, your kids in the house, whatever, and a drone wipes out your entire you're not exactly going to love the United States.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be like, I love Uncle Sam. You're going to hate them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's good. And this is what...
It's that empathy that's...
Yeah, and
needed.
I think people just assume, oh, like, savages, they're innocent. And, like, the whole... obviously, what's
Do you
going
think
on...
that in our country in particular,
Uh-huh.
not always, but largely, we're quite good at that. We're quite good at going, okay, well, what's their side? And I may not agree with it,
You know what?
but could I empathise with if I was in that position?
Middle thinkers like ourselves, probably.
Yeah.
And, like, comedians, this is another mental thing. I think comedians are in the good position of, like, the issues of the troubles and, like, sides or whatever never come into it, because our common goal is to have fun, be funny, make people laugh. So that whole world doesn't really exist amongst comedians. However, I do still think there's a massive problem of not accepting that your side has done something wrong.
Yes.
You know, and I think that's a big problem. Like, you see it, you know, on the news for years, where, like, you see community workers coming on, and we were just here, and the bricks came over, and it's a disgrace. We're minding our own business. Yeah. But at the same time, your side's still doing that as well.
Yeah.
So you have to, I think, go, look, fucking mistakes were made here.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made there. To move forward, we can't just always be, this is the only one way. And I think here especially, people just want one answer. It's either yes or no.
Yeah.
There's no grey area to anything.
Yeah.
Like, you look at all, like, bringing down Stormont. No, because the sea border. But hold on. Why was that situation brought forward?
Because you asked for it.
Exactly.
Because you asked for it.
Yeah. And that's the problem.
You were told it would happen.
And it's like, duh, you know, but then nobody sees that. And they're like, no, the DUP are going to do it for us because they've done it all so well so far, haven't they?
Yeah. This is a deep political thought I have. It's so deep, man. But I genuinely think the worst thing for unionism was the DUP coming into power.
I agree.
Because they were a party that washed their hands very much of any ever rolled it. Sinn Féin accepts. They go, we did that. Part of our path.
Yeah.
Do they spin it very well? Yes, they do. But they will accept and they'll go, yeah, we did do that. Whereas the DUP likes to go, oh well, we were never bad, so you're only bad. And they love to play that moral position. Yeah, but we would have been better with someone like Davy Irvine if he had lived.
Yeah, but like this is why, like, you look at the UUP now and people like disgrace because, like, you know, I think some stuff Doug Beattie says, you go, that's fair enough. Like, that's the right way. You have to acknowledge that, you know, other people exist and to move forward. And I think the problem is we've gone to polar opposites on the end of the spectrum of politics here, and there needs to be that more like working. Well, that was it.
The two parties for the majority of the time were UUP and SDLP, who.
But I mean, this is what
were on other sides, but they were very middle ground, and then it went to extremes with Sinn Féin and DUP, who did not get along.
Back a bit.
Yeah.
But what I think needs to happen, I think there should be something in place whereby, like, when Sinn Féin, like, to me, when Sinn Féin, pulled out of government because of the Irish Language Act, you're going, that's, as much as I get your stance, there's more important things going on. Same with DUP and the border. Yeah, there's more important things going on. So in that
the
scenario,
DUP thing pissed me off a little bit more because they asked for it.
Yeah, I know.
It really annoyed me more.
They don't see that, and that's what's annoying.
So
but I think in that scenario, when you have the likes of the UUP, the SDLP, the Greens Alliance, whatever, if they want to go in and actually run Stormont while the other two are whatever, let them do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can't do that.
I know, but
government can't just be whoever fancies having a go.
But if there's no one going to be there and everyone's getting fucked day to day, you know what I mean? No one can afford anything. There's no houses, there's no jobs.
How shit
you're like, what?
This country is at the minute. And I don't mean that in a fucking taxi driver. Everything's fucking shit. The cost of everything here.
Yeah.
From everywhere I've been recently, here's the fucking
We're
worst.
getting absolutely bummed, flat out. And you know what the annoying thing is?
Nightclubs
the wages
are dying,
aren't going
bars
up.
are dying, wages aren't
Yeah.
going up.
I
Everything's
tell you what
fucking
is going
dying.
up, my fucking gas and electric bills. That's going up for sure.
That's going up.
But then things like this piss me off too, where it's like that goes up, yet all the politicians are still getting their wages. No, you're going, no, if you're not in work, don't get paid. All the councillors in North Down Arts Borough Council giving themselves a 15% pay rise.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
guys,
bollocks.
empty the fucking bins.
That's bollocks,
You
but
know?
at the same time,
Oh.
if you were on that job, right, we'll be empathetic.
I mean, I could
If you
get
were
a
on that
couple of
job,
extra rotisserie chickens a
Do
week.
you know what I mean?
You know? Yeah.
I would do it.
But you know, and that,
But
and that
the
is
whole,
problem.
they're not at work. They shouldn't get paid. I agree to a point.
Yeah, slide in.
Oh yes, sorry.
Yes.
I've went full.
Yeah.
I've went full hearts and minds
Yeah.
on here. I agree to a point. They still worked in some capacity. They
Yeah.
weren't doing nothing.
No.
But they took the pay cut. It's still bollocks that they
See, like a lot of the
didn't legislate.
a lot of the decisions that are needing to be made, obviously on like fun. Like you look at, say, the health system at the minute, the nurses and the doctors' wages, they're just getting the pay rise that's going to be sort of in line with the rest of the UK. This is what annoys me about the DUP. The pay rise is in line with the rest of the UK, who are now getting the pay increase.
Yeah.
So the DUP are like, we're so British, we have to have everything the same. But then it's like gay marriage, don't want the same as that, you know.
Yeah.
They can't just cherry pick what is British and
The
what is
gay
nothing.
blood ban,
Yeah, the gay
which
blood
was
bath.
not based in.
That sounds like a wrestling match. Welcome to the gay blood bath match. Yeah, that would be great.
But like that was based in no science.
Yeah,
That was based on Edwin Poots thinks gay people are icky.
yeah. But you know what? He's not exactly the like you wouldn't look
It's
at him
not
and
what
go,
I thought you were going to say. I was
No,
like, they are.
no, but he like all I'm saying is I wouldn't like him to hand me a scone and then me be expected to eat the scone. I think he would have
You
dirty
know what I'd
nails.
hate? To be sitting beside him.
I have sat beside him before.
Can you see in his ears? Do you know, like
No.
a peep show in Amsterdam? I feel you could see inside a little bit of his head.
You know what though? I found him to be like, in my experience I didn't enjoy his company as
No.
a politician. No, I just felt he was quite aloof and very like, you know, he just was he was
It
sort of.
strikes me as arrogant.
He was. I got that vibe from him. He's like what you would say. He knows best about everything, and like what the people were complaining about in the meeting. He was like,
Yeah.
"That's hardly my problem," you know.
Yeah.
Out
Do
of
you
all
know
the
whose
politicians,
company I do enjoy?
who?
Ian Paisley Jr.'s.
Oh, AMP, like
It's fucking good.
you know what? Is he a good politician? I don't know, but is he a player? Absolutely.
Would you go for pints with him?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's going to have a good time on holidays. You know, like whenever he's up there on stage with Van Morrison, basically going fuck Robin Swan, so sly
And then
and
he's
totally
going,
out of order.
Brown eyed girl,
But-
great banter.
Yeah, but yeah, it's,
Yeah, politics, guys. Don't think it'd
Yeah.
be my cup of tea. Go for a drink with him.
yeah.
100%.
You know who else is top man? Alex Maskey.
Mm?
Oh, great banter, great crack, lovely
What do they
fella.
call him? Give my hippies. Alex the Bollocks.
Alex and Alex, yeah. But
Is he a good lad?
what? Oh, gentleman, yeah.
That's a,
Really,
It's a
really good sound fella.
I can't remember many more of
But
met.
again, this is the thing that I think's part of. Suppose when you're a comedian, you take people from what you find when you meet them.
I was
you
saying
know?
anytime I meet a politician, they kind of are weird around us.
Yeah. You know who I really like too? Christopher Stalford.
Who's he?
He was DUP, but he
DUP,
sadly
glasses?
passed away. Yeah, he was.
Is he passed away?
He died. Yeah, which is all, and he was young, like, and it's terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
young
how that's
family.
I was very surprised. I
Yeah,
wasn't sure.
but I always thought he was like a good lad too.
But you find when we're around, once they know we're comics, they're kind of weird. A lot of famous people, when you meet them, are weird around you.
But some like it's weird whenever I find a politician goes, "Oh, I know what you're all about," and you're like, "Oh no," I hate it when you find
I'm
that.
like,
out.
I know what you're all about too. You fucking
Yeah,
silly
yeah.
wee bastard.
But then, like in the sort of the community work, there's a few people who their definition of job would be community worker.
Yeah.
But you would know them from the Sunday Life and
Yes.
other papers as something entirely else. And you're in meetings with them, you're like, oh, I'm a bit scared now. But
Yeah.
then you're like, if I didn't think you could have me killed, you're good crack. You're fairly decent banter.
Yeah.
See you over a bourbon and a cup of tea. Like,
You're fun to be around, yeah.
Like,
Do you want a full chicken on Sunday?
yeah, and I remember there was once I got a complaint about me because basically what was happening, there was this tenant who was just taking gear flat out and partying and wrecking his flat like every fucking day, and then I went out to him and was like, yeah, you're getting a warning letter because we've 6 neighbours complaining about you. They've all done like impact statements saying you're an arsehole, and there's a written warning letter for you for your behaviour. and then he wrote a formal letter of complaint saying that I was harassing him because he was gay, and I was like, man,
Oh, I love that.
I was
In a
like,
reverse
I
cast.
didn't even know you were gay until
Yeah.
you've told me in this letter. And like my manager had to obviously say like we have this formal complaint that you're being, and I was like, I didn't know the guy. I just gave him a letter for his bad behaviour. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then we're at a meeting and
Playful, told him
but
to
so-
smack his wee bum.
so
I was
and
being
so-
friendly.
I said, yeah, you're gay. Well, I'll show you gay. But he like,
You shut the door.
Yeah.
Off the clock.
Yeah,
Just
it
take
was-
your top off.
I'm off the clock.
Yeah.
But so we were in a community meeting, and someone asked us.
So terrified.
But somebody brought him up. This particular community worker brought it up in the meeting. What's being done about him? And I said, yeah, we've taken this, but things are a bit slowed up a wee bit because he's written a complaint about me. And he was like, he's written a complaint about you? And I went, yeah. He's basically said, and he's like,
At me for it.
and he said, yeah, he probably did say that. But he went, I'm not fucking having that. And I was like, oh, no, don't worry, but it's grand, it's getting dealt with. And he goes, nah, you're fucking right, it's getting dealt with. And, all right. And then about 3 days later, I got a letter being in from the same guy. It was like 2 lines being like, I just like to rescind my previous complaint. Mr. Elliott's been nothing but professional. And I bumped into your man on the street again. He goes, any more problems out of your fella? And I was like, no, he's been good as gold. And he goes, I thought so. And I just walked away. And I was like, oh, don't know what's going on there, but
There is a little something, like, I'm not condoning it, a little something to be said for street justice.
oh.
There's a little.
But that was definitely like the bureaucracy in getting it. Like, so, and I did my job with antisocial behaviour for, must have been about, I think all in about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And in that time, I evicted somebody through the courts and took someone's tenancy off them once. So to actually go through the whole process and take someone's tenancy off them, it's a hard thing because obviously your tenancy rights.
Happened to me a couple
yeah.
of times as a kid.
Yeah, and it's hard to actually get it through the courts.
Yeah.
Now, 9 times out of 10, what happens is you get it up to a point and the behaviour, the antisocial behaviour continues, and then you go home for the weekend, come in on Monday, so-and-so's presented homeless, the windows would be put in. The amount of times that happens. See, when I worked in Newton Arts, people were having their windows put in flat out. And
Yeah.
that's how you get. But then this is where the problem lies with the system. Is because it's harder for like the housing executive or the council or whatever to take people's tenancies off them.
Yeah.
Then if someone's put out by a paramilitary group, which I know there should be no active
Bad.
paramilitary groups in today's
Bad.
day and age.
That's my official statement.
But
Bold.
once that happens, people then get their intimidation points.
Yeah.
They go to the top of the list. They get housed basically wherever they want. They get a rehousing grant, and a lot of people just do that same behaviour over and over again.
Would they put their own windows through?
Some people have, yeah.
And you can't really prove that they've done it?
No, but then what happens is you go through. There's a group who verifies them, so you can either do it one or two ways. You can go through the police.
Imagine you come home, your windows are put in,
Yeah.
it just says the DIDDY'S spray
I
paint.
know, I'd be like, oh no, just fuck. But there was one like, so you could go through the police, and if the police can say yes, we have received a threat that's there's a death threat in the person, or there's a threat to life, we have to then rehouse them. Also, there's another group who sort of separate to the police, of course, but they verify like community and paramilitary threats. So the paramilitaries will go to them and say, yeah, they have to be put out, and then we have to take that as well. And
Oh, so you need
so
the
because then
official confirmation
obviously
from the boys.
some people will not go to the police. Some paramilitary groups will not deal with them. That's their prerogative. But then we go to this other, and if they verify, you have to, and it's a bollocks because a lot of the time you're going, the people who are like, I don't think anyone should have their windows put in or be put out or beaten in their home. However, some people should not be allowed tenancies because they're pieces of shit, and like it's life around. If they're wrecking their neighbours' lives, no. It's
What is grounds for eviction?
Well, the one we got through the courts was noise and partying. He was just basically having parties all the time, and he lived in a block of flats, but it was an over 50s block of flats, and it was annoying too because the neighbours were decent older folks, and annoyed me especially because the woman living below him was terminally ill with cancer, and she was getting no sleep, and this guy wasn't giving a fuck, and he was, exactly. Just take me to the clouds above.
There is nothing more. Like when I was a kid, my parents would have a party.
Yeah.
Your parents have a wee drink on like Halloween or whatever,
Uh-huh.
or there's a family party, and you're trying to sleep as a kid,
Yeah. It's like,
and hearing like you're about to go to sleep, and then all you hear is just fucking, "There's a boy, I know." You're like, "Fucking sake."
yeah, but that so like some people do that all the time, and then people wreck their houses, and some of the things you see are mad. Like but I think it should be easier to take someone's tenancy off them and ban them from getting back on the list again, because you move them, and then obviously there's times where the boys here or someone moves to another area, word gets about that so and so's been doing this or what. Like again, sex offenders, you can't put those babies anywhere because the boys do not like that. Say what you want about the boys,
phrase that better, but yes,
they do not like sex offenders. So like sometimes you'll even have people having their windows put in before they even move in, and that's just a bollocks, you know. Like I remember I was at home and I was off
because you have to notify people that they're going to be.
Yeah, because then this is the awkward one for us. If we hear about it, it's so awkward because you have to then verify, because the housing executive can't go to someone's house and be like, you're under threat, and then the people go, you're taking the word of, you're passing on a threat, so we can't hand over a threat. We have to then go to like either verify it through the police or through the group called Base 2 they're called, so they would be the ones that have to give the threat, because we can't be going around going, you're under threat, and in case someone like goes, well, says you, why is this, you know, why is housing executive telling me I'm under threat? What sort of authority do you have to tell me I'm under threat, you know? And that's actually a case I got into trouble with once before, because I was told basically they're going to kill this man unless he leaves his house. So I sort of had to deal with a social worker and all and be like, here's the death, there's a death threat come through the official channels. And they're like, what would you do if you were him? And I was like, if I was him, I would leave.
Are death threats, and this is always... how they're written? Are they handwritten, or are they done like the Riddler's notes, or the typed up?
I think it's phone calls are made to people and being told so and so's under threat. I think it's maybe like a bomb scare too. There's some like code or something you say, so and so.
I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
That's code.
But then like sometimes obviously you can like, it's not fair always too, because there's like a lot of death threats have to be like paramilitary related too, which is, because I remember in one case there was a woman who was very badly beaten by her husband. Like, it was horrific what happened. It was really, really fucking horrible case to be involved in at all. He was in prison, like she needed reconstructive surgery and all this fuck. It was horrendous.
Christ.
And he was getting out, and he had sent her voicemails that when I get out I'm going to kill you, and she had moved and whatever else. But he was a guy who he was actually, I think he was from Morocco or somewhere. He was so that we were looking down the road.
Was she also not that?
No. She was local, but it was like we were trying to be like, well, what can happen? Because obviously she's moved her or whatever, and he's like, well, I know where the kid goes to school. I'll meet you at school and I'll kill you. And you know, obviously the police had to deal with him, and I think he eventually got deported again. But it was she did not.
Mental that's what it takes to get deported.
But with him, there was nothing to like say, because there was no verified death threat against him.
By the end, was he going lol joke?
Yeah, but that's what it felt like. But there was no way for us to give her the intimidation points, because it has to be like a paramilitary related thing.
Right.
Whereas, so she didn't get like the highest points, which could have got her the move that I felt she needed. I remember going into my manager being like, this is fucking unbelievable. Like, she's literally been threatened her life, and it's like, but that's not how it works. I think it's bullshit. She deserves all the points in the world.
Is that? Do you feel that's bureaucracy
oh, yeah,
for the sake of bureaucracy?
Yeah, I just feel like, because
it's like admin for admin's sake.
Intimidation points were brought in as part of the troubles, as part of the follow on from that, as part of Good Friday Agreement, as to how to address the situation. You know what I mean? To try to prevent there being sort of ongoing terrorist issues and whatever, and paramilitary related. So it's like the death threats, yes, but it's always paramilitary related.
Okay.
So
when
you're taking it technically, but then what happened? The same thing. There was a fella whose uncle was well to do amongst the paramilitaries, and he all of a sudden a death threat was verified, came in that his nephew was getting, you know, and obviously he gets the top points. There's just happened to be a new build. All these new houses, and you needed the top points to get, and it's like, oh, he's a threat, he can't live in this area, but he can live in that area. And like, I mean, it's like saying, oh, you can't live in the Lower Ormer Road, but this house is in the Upper Ormer Road, and you're going.
So as I'm kind of understanding what you're telling me, is the infrastructure really still quite based around paramilitaries and trouble, and the infrastructure is not there for more modern situations that are outside of paramilitary activity?
Yeah, like, I think that the definitions are wrong. So obviously a death threat should be a death threat, should be a death threat.
Yeah.
Sounds like Margaret Thatcher. But like, it's all only related to like,
I love
criminality.
People can't say
guys.
death and they go, I got death threat.
I got a death threat. They're going to stun me. Yeah. But yeah, so I just think it's a bad scenario, and I think now it's almost becoming too easy to get points in some circumstances, and people, and then you're causing people to rotate and move to different. Like I remember there was one fella who was just a prick, like he's just a wee arsehole. I hated him, and I hated having to go out with him and all, or out to his house and all, because then what he had done, he was abusing this guy with learning difficulties.
Jesus Christ.
Not sexually or physically, but what he was doing. So they lived in a flat. He lived in one flat, and across the hall, this guy with learning difficulties lived, and the kid with learning difficulties got a load of sweet new white goods in his house, like fucking new fridge and a fucking all this shit and a dishwasher and all. And your man was like, swap you? And he was like, for what? And he goes, a spliff and a mini fridge. So then this dude got like all this, took all his white goods and gave him a spliff, and this wee guy's living in there by himself, you know, and we're like, fuck me, what do you do? And he was like, oh, but he swapped it now. And I'm like, but that's
not legally binding. You can't swap these.
So with all this shit like this, and he would do stuff like that, and then he was having parties and bringing your boy in, and like they were making him drink and all, making him like spiking his drinks and making him hammer and all, and then going in stealing his money and all from him, and it was like,
mate.
And he wouldn't report them to the police and all, because he's like, they're my friends, and you're like, no, they're fucking not. And then eventually like word got out to the boys, and again, don't condone it, but they were like, we're not having that, and they went in, wrecked the guy's house and blah blah blah. And he was out, and he was like, and says, no, I need to be house, I'm no victim here, and I'm blah blah blah. And you're going, no mate, you're a wee dick, and you got probably what you deserve. But
yeah, did you have to rehouse him?
Oh aye. But then he went the full rounds. He ended up going from, he was like East Belfast, and then he went just, I think he was like Templemore Avenue direction, then he went to friggin' Cumber, and then he ended up fucking off to Ballymena, and then he was to Bangor for a bit, and then he ended up back in the East. And you're like, in the space of 2 years.
Did you ever find your job it was hard to fight back the human urge to knock someone's fucking?
It was hard to do work for people you know are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean that though. I mean, did you ever have that urge of like, if this was any other setting,
you know what,
you'd get it fucking smack you?
There was a girl I worked with who I'm good friends with, and she was saying this guy was really threatening to her, and she's only wee, like. Yeah. And shouldn't have been going out with him, to him by herself anyway. I think that's another problem too. Like you just go into people's house and you don't know what you're going into. But he was threatening her and all, and verbally abusive to her. And I remember I was out with her one day, and he got into her face, and he put the head into her head, and I had to push him away and be like, "What are you doing?" And I'd stand up to him, and I could feel myself losing it. Yeah. And I was like, right, I said, we're going to go here. But I was like, if he lays a hand on me, I'm going to kick the shit out of him.
And you'd get in trouble for that?
Yeah, 100%.
The housing executive can't knock your fucking...
But this guy was, just the sort of guy who's just a scumbag. He
bullies women.
He bullies women. He bullies, and when he comes up against somebody bigger than him, he's a bit of and he was frightened, and when I stepped in front of him, I was like, hold on, the way you getting on? He was like a wee bit sort of afraid. Now, you know me, I'm probably, if I knock on your door with a fucking grumpy face, you're going to be quite intimidating, but I'm soft as shit.
Yeah,
like,
you
know what I mean? I'm not, but in
that
scenario, like, I feel myself really fucking heating up, and she was crying and all, and I was like, fucking you making a woman cry, you piece of shit. And I would have loved to just kick the shit out of him, but then we had to go and fucking do all the shit for him, nice as ninepence, and try and do all
you don't get reallocated cases?
But then with her, she just had to she wasn't allowed to work with him again. But we still have a duty of care apparently for this piece of shit, so
Jesus, that job would have been very frustrating, I imagine.
Oh, very frustrating. But then it was a lot of fun in some cases too. It was good when you could help people, and then I was so delighted to move from like that sort of stuff, the problems, the antisocial behaviour. That was fucking hard going. Yeah. Closest probably thing to my degree was that job. Yeah. But then when I went into like community grants and stuff, that was fun. So you're going out hanging out with like community groups, giving them grants to put on like events and stuff for the community, for the kids and stuff, for image and murals. That
for
was
all
great.
the negative elements of that job, was it rewarding helping people who you're like, this is why this system's in place, there are people who do need help?
But it's like I just think back this whole flipping, I don't know how we end up speaking for nearly 2 hours, but this like prison reform.
Fuck, so we have.
You know what?
The first hour was very silly, and then we got into prison reform.
Serious.
We got into prison reform.
Yeah, like let's talk about Diddy bumming people again. It's far more fun. But I think, I just
this is
think,
like to talk to me in real life, guys. I'm actually very boring.
I think what we've just learned is things are very complicated here.
Yes,
very complicated.
Yes, that's the aspect of this country when we go we're backwards. That's kind of what we mean. Yeah, is the infrastructure has not been reallocated.
No. But I mean,
It's
that
not
and
been changed.
like that's part of the thing too. Obviously, when people like a Good Friday Agreement, I do think obviously it was massively needed. But I think nowadays there are a few amendments needed, like anything, to things.
Yeah.
We should all move forward in a positive light. You know what I think? I still agree that just people should be dicks. That's it. Dicks get found out.
Dicks get shot.
Dicks get shot.
Tights need shoot.
Yeah, but listen, this Saturday, the 6th of April.
Come see wrestling. Question Sports Entertainment. Be very fun. There's a handful of tickets left. Very few.
Speaking of tickets, Billy, you may or may not have a wee show later on in the year that you might want to tell people about.
In the Waterfront,
Oh,
Cool
boy.
Willie's out. Yeah, in the Waterfront, we're doing Scumbag Millionaire. We also are doing a tour. I'm in Newry, Oma, Coleraine.
When you turn?
End of the year.
Fuck, by the way, I'm on tour as well. It's going to be announced this week. Well, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. Just forgot about
November to December. I'm doing the
November,
Millennium
December.
Forum, doing the Waterfront Hall. We're doing the Bank in Newry. We're doing the Riverside Theatre in Coleraine.
Lovely venue there.
We're doing doing the Sugar Club in Dublin, my first ever Dublin show.
The Sugar Club sounds like there's some criminal elements down there.
Yeah, sounds like the Craze run up.
Yeah, the Sugar Club.
Yeah, so we're doing all loads of places. Please come see me do stand up. I'm very good.
Yeah.
I am.
And if you want to, and then listen, if the comedies, if you get bored of that, he's doing an hour stand-up comedy, and then he's doing an hour
Followed up
prison
by TED
reform.
Talk on prison reform.
So check that out. Scumbag Millionaire / what would you call your prison reform show?
Oh,
Um.
fix these walls.
Oh, nice. What would you call a peace related show? I would just call my show the Glory Hole in the Wall Gang. That's what I would call it. And
It's
just,
a different show.
Yeah.
It's like the Devonish.
yeah. Oh fuck me. Those
Why has
guys.
that never been a porn here?
The Glory Hole in the Wall Gang?
Just a glory hole in a peace wall.
Because you'd have to make porn here.
And we're backwards there.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
so sexually. You just make me feel like I'm a weirdo, and I'm not even.
But like a few people do bits about that, don't they? About like the Northern Irish accents and porn wouldn't be.
I
Great, But I mean, you know what?
I mean, there have been like
you love that, don't you?
that does happen. There's a video on like X Hamster. It's like a Belfast couple having sex, and it's fucking awful. That's it, darn. Oh God. Oh my. Oh, that's it. I love a wee smick girl going.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Oh my God. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love it. Oh my God. I love that so
Oh
much.
no.
So what I find when I sex talk, I hate it. Like I'll do me dirty talking is I ask one question and then say yeah. Do you like that? Yeah. 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 It's just-
Fucking.
I'm like
are you
little
LA
John.
Knight?
I'm like little John.
You like this?
Yeah,
bit?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, my dirty talk is just like taking a survey.
My dirty talk's.
Like when I touch your tits.
My dirty talk's terrible. It's like, is that all right for you there? Is that, like, I'm like a fucking waiter. Is that okay? I got Nando's. Everything all right
Everything
there?
all right? Would you like some more bread?
Yeah. No, I'll give you some more carb here.
Yeah.
I'll give you more bread, but I do have a thigh of a rotisserie chicken just down my bags here. If you want. Oh man, I don't even know what to say about this podcast. It was fucking weird, but fun and strange. And you know what? It'll entertain the people.
It's educational. It's
Well,
thoughtful. It's provoking.
It's been a pleasure. It's provocative. It gets people
Catch
going.
P. Diddy. He'll do it again.
You know what? Catch P. Diddy, stick him in the cell with R. Kelly, and live stream it.
Album. That's what we're talking.
Album.
Well, no, because he barely even produced. He would just steal it. Like, he would make you produce his songs, then not pay you.
I
put his
produced
name on.
something. It was a cock from his drawers.
Yeah.
So he produced. Yeah.
Diddy did it. Find him.
Did he not?
Put his window. Put Diddy's windows
Put
in.
Diddy's windows in, rehouse him, give him maximum points.
Why do you have to rehouse P. Diddy? Yeah, I need a mansion. I need 7 bedrooms. I need a swimming pool. You're like, you can get a bit of a back garden in our class.
Oh no, you get some nanny town for that, alright?
P. Diddy just cutting about our car.
I mean, P. Diddy, you could get the whole block of flats for Diddy. That could be his. Do you know, speaking of Diddy's,
Diddy's
I
car?
saw a big bear Diddy in our car once.
What do you mean?
I was out doing a form for someone, did a housing application, and it was this woman who was, not bad looking. I was a wee young buck at the time, and it was fun to be out. And she was like, for some reason, just wearing nothing but a dressing gown. Mm-hmm. And when she was signing the form, it just fully opened, and I didn't know what to do. Yeah, I was
Talisa.
Yeah,
One tit
Talisa,
fell
one
out.
tit. There was a thing I saw today actually about an old queen liked her tits so much. I'll show it to you that she like designed clothes to just present her one tit. Which that's so gangster, isn't it? Like
The one tit majesty.
the one tit twit. Let me see. So yeah, check that out.
Oh wow, she looks like Tilda Swinton.
Here's Agnes Sonnell, who had her gowns tailored to expose her favourite boob in the 1440s.
Here's my favourite
Yeah.
tit.
This is my favourite bosom.
This is the best one.
Imagine you were like, I've got these clothes designed to unveil my favourite cock. That's just your dick hanging.
Sorry, 2 more in one.
Well, in drawers. Like,
Like a wee bouquet.
but I mean, yours could be like, fuck, I know, Kieran's. You know, mine be yours. It could be Paddy's. It could be Pete Diddy's, for all I know. You know, it'd be like, oh, who's
I
your
just
favourite?
imagine you with like Tails from Sonic. You've just several dicks.
I would.
You flying away.
Yeah, like a fucking Allen key, just loads of cocks. Which one I'm going to use today? I fuck, that one's handier to picture.
Take your
That's
pick.
the next one.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. It's your favourite. That one's my favourite.
Oh no, ours my favourite dick. It's weird to say. Fuck, why are we still doing this podcast, guys? Anyway, William, you know where to follow.
Please let me go home.
Go and buy tickets to the
Please.
show. We're away to reform. We're going to McGabry now to bust the guys out.
Busting not in the gangs.
Yeah, the dads are on the way to McGabry to fucking sort the guys out.
See you on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm the sly guy.